Shazooey! Hello, everybody. So we have we have some behind the scenes things. Sorry, I didn't really plan this very well, but welcome to the stream. We're doing just a little hangout sort of thing, just kind of like an aftermath to the release yesterday. God, it doesn't feel like it released yesterday. It feels like it released like a few days ago. Jeez.
I know, right?
Well, it's also because I premiered it, so it might be my brain just being like, "Oh, you released it like 3 days ago," and it's like, no. But yeah. So this is the Vegas project. As you can see, also I fixed the chat. YouTube seems to have broken the way that I was fetching the URL for the. Yeah, I'm Landy. Hi. Welcome to the stream. YouTube seems to have broken how I was fetching the URL for the live chat because it changes every time due to the fact that it creates a new video every time you make a stream. But fortunately, I'm just manually putting in the YouTube video URL for the stream and then using that as the live chat. So, I mean, I guess fix is kind of stretching it. I'd like to do what I was doing before where it would just automatically get it so that I don't have to reset the URL every time myself, but you know, it works. It's more like duct tape what I'm doing. But yeah, the chat on the left side works now. So on this stream we have the classic Sarah and Dylan.
Hello.
Hello.
Wow, Sarah, you got a very manly voice. You were the first voice if we're going respectively. No. Yeah, it was in reverse order. And then we got two new stream guests who are part of you have definitely heard their voices. We got Cole and Kat.
Hey, it's me, Tubba, baby. Just kidding, it's me, the Bull King Cole, part of Luck of the Stars.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I can't top that. You just came in there like, woo! Greetings, darlings. You're all treasure, and it's lovely to have you.
I'm pretty sure no one expected this type of voice to go for that type of voice. I always make people completely odded out by that, I swear.
Yeah, well, I expected it to, which is why I casted you. And you do a very good job.
Huzzah! Acknowledgement!
Yeah, thanks for coming aboard to the stream, and of course, thanks to the viewers for coming aboard as well. I'm sorry that this was very, very unplanned, and because usually I have like something a day before where I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna stream tomorrow or something like that. But here it was just, yeah, streams in an hour. Here's like a doodle. Okay. Although that doodle I was quite happy with. Even though I didn't get I didn't get as many people as I wanted to, but I got like a lot of really nice drawings anyway. So, you know, that's cool. Hyper voice. Oh, cool. Somebody verified
I'll be
him.
back.
Let me adrenaline him because technically he's part of the family.
Yeah, Steve!
Hey, I'm also in there. There needs to be a brawl in the family. Self-inserting!
Hey, nice transition to that plug, though.
All the plugs.
Let me
all the
change real
plugs.
quick.
Give me all the plugs. Give me a USB plug. Give me a. Wait, let's go for that plug.
Your bio data. So yeah, I'm very glad that people received the new dub quite well. I noticed some people talk about how the pacing. One of my friends talked about how the pacing in the early issues was pretty bad, and yeah, honestly, I agree. The pacing got way better as the video went on because of the fact that I was editing this for like a year, so a lot of improvement happened between then and now. But yeah, next video is obviously going to be paced a lot better because I have literally not even started on editing issue 13, which kind of sad to say, but you know, whatever. I will get to that next opportunity I get, although I'm taking a little bit of a break. Because I worked pretty much nonstop on the 4-parter once I had everything in place. Like, just when I would get something, I would just keep going with it. So, and on this you're gonna get to see, sort of the behind the scenes. Yes, we will do the metal virus infection arc. Don't worry. It'll probably be in a
that question like 3 times.
it'll probably be in a similar format where it's like a bunch of issues in one thing, but I don't know. We'll see. I still need to figure out what exactly I'm doing with that. It is. It is.
And I ain't gonna lie, it did not age well or age perfectly, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is surprisingly apt.
Anyway, I'm still looking forward to editing it, just because, like, it should be interesting to try and edit everything together. But yeah, so on this stream you're going to be seeing the some behind the scenes stuff, and then we'll see where it goes from there. I specifically want to delve a little more into the voice filters that I made for specifically this issue and also some previous issues, because I know that like every time I stream there's somebody who asks, how did you do Neo Metal Sonic's voice filter? And I'm just gonna I can also show some sound effect stuff too.
That's
How
my
did you do the filter?
Yay.
You're a king.
Let's see. So, where should I start with this? I guess I should start with the distortion effect, which, surprisingly, I only got one complaint about. Somebody said that it made them a little dizzy, which is good to know. I'll try to tone it down if I ever do it again, but I don't expect to have to do it again because there's not really a lot of stuff that would require it. There would maybe be the warp topaz, but I have an idea of how to do the effect for that would be less disorienting. I just need to actually test it out. Yeah, well, that sound list, Crystal Core, I will say it didn't just encompass things from the 4-parter. It just sort of encompassed stuff that I had used for other dubs as well. Because before around issue 8 or so, I actually did the majority of the sound design, and then I let Dylan take over full-time on it. Because, well, not full-time, but I made Dylan basically entirely take over for sound design just because of the fact that I was doing so much of the video editing work. And I was like, well, I can't do all these sound effects because this is like just so much work. And then I figured passing it on to Dylan, since he had nothing else to do, was like just the smart idea. But yeah, in previous issues, I used sounds from a lot of Source Engine games like Half-Life 2, TF2, Counter-Strike. Nothing that would be too noticeable, but just things like physics sounds, footstep sounds. I think I used some gun sounds for some of the badnik cannons and stuff. But yeah, very nice little source. I don't know if I used any for the 4-parter though. Hello, Cotton Kiwi. Welcome to the stream. Anyway. Yeah, I guess I'll delve into that distortion effect. I showed how I did it in the last stream. Let me turn this down so that it's not too loud before I start playing it like an idiot. Let me go find the distortion.
Do you think you could share screen?
Oh yeah, that's right. Oops. Yeah.
I would like to see it actually live.
Yeah.
So I have this layer that in the other stream I called the magic, and this is essentially what's called a displacement map. And what you can see is that when it's not distorting, it's a solid gray color. But then when it is distorting, if you look real close, you could probably... Let me disable all the effects, actually.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, no, I have to do this. If my mouse would move. You can see that there's like this noise texture going on. Actually, this particular... Hold on, let me see. How did I warble that? Oh, I used a radial blur. Oh, wait, no. It's because the radial blur is disabled in this view. Okay, I was like, forgot. Welcome, Lisa Hack, to the stream. Thank you for the congratulations. But yeah, we didn't just use a Fortnite sound effect. We used many Fortnite sound effects because, as I've said in other streams, it's an excellent source of sound effects that are, just a little whimsical, but not, like grounded enough in reality to not sound like straight up cartoon sound effects. Even though there are some moments where we use sounds like that, like
Like
the
Ed and
Emerald.
Eddie.
But just Fortnite sound effects are nice. It hits a kind of middle ground that you'd hear in like animes and stuff. Oh, thank you.
I prefer using everything but the kitchen sink. In fact, let's use the kitchen sink as well. Ed and Eddie style.
Goodness. Man. It's kind of fascinating to see you guys doing this stuff. Like, as someone who's just now learning how to do it a little more in depth, it's like, yes, it's so cool.
Oh, it is cool. It is cool and very taxing to edit stuff at the same time.
Amen.
So
You get burnt out so fast if you don't balance things out, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, the Dio reference was the ora ora. Yeah,
it's a JoJo reference.
I literally got suggested that on I got that idea on the stream. I don't remember if somebody suggested it to me or if I just got it, but I got suggested it on the stream and I recorded it on stream. But I did re-record the first one later because I thought that it could be a lot better.
It's supposed to be a reference to
JoJo
Sonic Adventure.
Sort
Sonic
of.
Adventure.
SA2 he says something similar.
Yeah.
Or no, SA2 he straight up says it actually when he's digging in, and then when he gets up he's like rants.
Rats.
So funny. It's really funny how unfitting the voices are in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 and stuff. Like you'd hear like, "Oh no," and like you can tell they didn't have any real direction for it. I feel like they might have not told them, "Hey, yeah, you're supposed to be dying." It's just kind of a
Hey, Knuckles, what's up?
It's just kind of a localized sound.
That happened a lot with games that were getting voice acted back in the mid to late 90s, and then went on into the 2000s a little bit, where there's a ton of bad voice acting videos, and I'd probably say the most notable one had to have been Resident Evil, because obviously, you could have been a Jill sandwich.
Yeah.
I
But,
honestly miss the art of bad voice acting. It's so enjoyable,
Yeah,
Well, at
it
least we
is.
have Shenmue 3 to fill that hole.
Wow.
And that was intentional.
Oh yeah, like you could tell that it was totally intentional too. It's really funny. I love it.
Yeah. This actually takes me back to an interesting story, and I'll try to keep it short for you. But there was a time in my life where in college we actually got to have a Skype call at our video game club with Roger Craig Smith, which was awesome.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Oh my
And-
gosh.
Yeah, I've told this story before for some people, but all of you here in the stream are new to it. So Roger was calling with us to talk about, how voice acting works in the video game industry, because our club was all about making a game. We weren't successful, but it was good to talk to him. And he mentioned this one time where he was recording for something, and I don't know what it was, but it's like, after the fact, he found out the context was you're supposed to be punching this giant rock and screaming. He didn't scream anywhere near like the amount of power that the scene required, but they still put it in the game, and he's like, if I had known, I would have done this completely differently.
I know exactly what kind of scene you're talking about.
You're talking about the infamous rock punching scene.
Yes, she is. I swear to God, he plays Chris Redfield, and there's a part where he's in this volcano, and he's just punching the ever-living hell out of this rock.
Funny.
It looks stupid.
I think that's it.
Well, at least it's not as infamous as Paper the Doll Man.
Oh no, I wasn't Rouge. I was Rough. Yeah, Cat does Rouge.
Hello. Sorry,
It's
I'm a
hard.
little
You're doing
antisocial
Rouge,
and
Max.
introverted.
Well,
better get-
unless you have a game mod where everyone is Rouge, like Amy was Rouge, then
Are you kidding? That would be
Oh.
awesome.
Oh,
I
I-
love mods like that.
I'm getting
I don't
ideas
think
for a
of this
swapped
before.
voice actor mod. That'd be so funny.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine?
And Trev is unfortunately not on the stream, Lisa, but I will pass on the kind words. Let me actually do that right now.
Absolutely.
Just having thoughts about like Eggman's voice coming out of Amy Rose's mouth. Just Have no fear. Amy Rose is here.
That would be brilliant.
Well, we already had that. It's called a Muga Mikey cartoon.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
God, I love doing stuff like that.
Yeah. It's just like it definitely tests how well you know your characters when it's like, hey, let's read dialogue and make it work.
You know what the real kicker was? I literally just made an upload of the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog Robotnik doing those game lines.
Oh no.
Oh my god, nice work.
Yes, it's actually on my channel now. I actually explicitly said that it's free to use for YouTube poop.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. I will make sure that everyone knows the glory of YouTube poop.
Oh my god.
Where there's smoke, they pinch back.
That's where you're wrong, Hedgehog.
Oh God.
All right, but enough tooting my own horn. Let's get so yeah. Other than the sound effects and such, yeah, it certainly has been quite a long time since the last update and such. So why don't we talk about a little bit about what happened in the inside, shall we?
Regarding the reason for the delays.
Yeah, like some
That'd be pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm not going to get too in depth with it, but one big problem right off the bat was that our old Tails, Zephyr, she was taking an exceptionally long time to get to her lines, and at first she gave me these lines that were decent, but like some of them I just straight up couldn't use because they sounded either too weak or the environment wasn't very good. It's kind of just rough all around, but you did end up hearing some of that material in the dub that was
In
usable.
issue 9, to be specific.
Yeah, in issue 9. And then after that, when I needed subsequent issues, she was dealing with some things in her life. I think she described it as trying to keep the lights on at home, so I would assume it has something to do with rent.
Oh dear.
And yeah, it's been pretty rough. Hello, Foxcat. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's been pretty rough for her. And then after that, I got Sarah to fill in as Tails.
Yes, I volunteered to do it. Even though it hurts my voice.
Oh honey, please don't injure yourself.
Yeah, and then after that, like after I got Sarah's lines, oh yeah, Zephyr's a fantastic Tails, which is a shame.
Mhm.
It's a shame that she has not reprised the role in at least a year. Because she's been unresponsive right now. I hope she's doing okay. I don't really feel like I don't really want to bother her. But either way, yeah, Sarah took over as Tails for subsequent issues, and yeah, Sarah took over for subsequent issues, and then I reached another roadblock, which was Starline. So the guy who I originally got to do Starline, his name is Dafool. He around the time that I got up to Starline, he was busy with stuff in his life, and yeah, he was busy with stuff in his life, and so I wanted to get a stand-in. So I called up Wolfblade93, and he ended up recording some lines later on, but at the time, it was kind of a rough position. I told him, hey, yeah, we need a stand-in, and he was like, okay, I'll try an audition, and then things were stagnant. I guess he got busy with other stuff, and then about a month later or so, Fool came back up and was like, hey, yeah, I might be able to, I'm probably going to be able to record this weekend because I'll probably have my equipment. And so I told Wolfblade, hey, yeah, our guy's back, so you don't have to do anything for now. And then a month after that, Fool was like, okay, yeah, I'm still having the I'm still having some problems in my life right now. There's stuff to work out, so I probably won't have my equipment for a while. And then I was like, well, okay. And so I called up Wolfblade again, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is a really tough situation, but it turns out he still can't record, so you're gonna have to record for Starline now. And then a day or two later, Wolfblade gave me the lines finally, and I was able to continue with the dub. And then Fool heard Wolfblade, and he realized, well, maybe this guy should just take over since I'm really busy. And so he just straight up told me, yeah, just have Wolfblade. If you need me for any other voices, let me know. And so hopefully, you guys will be able to hear some voice from him later on in the future. Either way, I think that was a really, it was a very kind move on his part. So, yeah, I look forward to working with Fool again. But for now, Wolfblade's our Starline. Well, actually, not for now. He is Starline. But, yeah. Either way, though, best of luck to you, Fool.
Nah, I think that's something really important when it comes to all the stuff that we do in the fan-made VA community. It's like, we gotta be supportive of each other, because Lord knows who's gonna be if we're not. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. But, I mean, you guys are some really great people, and I'm really grateful that I got to know all of you.
Remember that one voice actor says it's illegal to do fan dubs.
I was gonna bring that up actually. I was not going to bring it up in such a let's say scalding tone, but yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Somebody
condescending. You should know that about me by now.
Yeah, there was somebody on Twitter who I won't name because I don't want to get them harassed or anything. But they were on Twitter and they said like fan dubbing is illegal. Don't put it on your resume. Don't have it in public or something like that. And then after a bunch of people called them out because they have a career. They're a voice actor and they've been in a few things. And some people pointed out that they got their start doing fan dubs that were public on their public channel, and they're doing fine. And then they changed their point to say, okay, I think you all misunderstood. What I actually meant was don't put it on your resume.
No,
or something like that. And it's like is it the speaker's job to is it the listener's job to understand, or is it the speaker's job to make themselves understood?
Oh, blimey! You have an illegal fandom, she does. You're going to the constable.
Yeah. What I will say is like if you tell like if you use like fan dubs or something on your like resume, like don't, I guess, because like if
it's a lot of copyright stuff.
Like there's copyright stuff involved in it. Fan dubs aren't illegal, which is why we're allowed to stay up. But like on the same token, like if you put like fan dubs on your like portfolio or something, then like those aren't really going to contribute to you getting hired, from what I can tell. Just show like original work and stuff, I guess.
Fandom
and like
is just a great way to get experience.
Have a demo. Yeah, fan dubs are great for like experience, but like if you want to get hired, have a demo. That's why my demo has it is completely copyright free. Literally everything was made by either me or my friends in that voice demo. There are no copyrighted characters or brands.
Yeah. And the fact is, like, we do stuff like fan dubs because they're, a fun thing to do to pass the time and express our passion over things that we love in our spare time. It's not like any of us are trying to make a career out of this. If we were, that would be a bit questionable.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would
We got down.
I would love to make an actual career out of like making motion comics for like a studio that's actually like that has it licensed and stuff. Like if I could
Absolutely.
if I could officially license these, then that would be awesome, but I don't intend to do that with Adrenaline dubs.
Yeah. And the nice thing is, this is some major encouragement to all of our artist friends out there. hey, consider collaborating with voice actors on your original project, because you never know what might come of it. It could be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real though.
We also in the Adrenaline Dubs public server, we have a channel called Comic Suggestions that if you make comics, if you make little like short comics, long comics, anything, you can request that we dub them. And yeah, I mean, you can also request other people's comics, but we still need to secure permission. But if you yourself made the comic, that's like one less extra step, and also I don't know, it's very heartwarming if the idea of somebody making comics for us to dub, because we have 321 Pie Time, who did my internet freak out?
I don't
No.
know. Did
No?
it?
No, I don't.
Did the stream pause for anybody else?
Let me see.
No.
No.
Oh no,
No.
it's my browser. Yeah, we have 321 Pie Time, who's a friend of ours, and she makes us comics that we dub. She made the Fortnite one. She made what was
It
that?
hasn't been released yet.
Oh yeah.
Spoilers. Thanks a lot. You ruined the surprise.
No, the Fortnite one's out, but there's another dub that's
Yeah,
in the
there's
pipeline
another one
like
that's gonna
short.
come out soon.
Oh my god, he does the Fortnite dance.
Well,
Yeah. 321 Pie Time, go follow her on Twitter. She is literally just 321 Pie Time. She's in the chat right now. Just so you know how to spell it. Yeah,
Yes,
go follow her.
you've been noticed, Pie.
She did some fantastic art that I'll actually show right now for the premiere of issue 9 through 12. Let me
Yeah.
pull it up.
Also, we won't dub comics that if it has OCs in it.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's
unless
that
it's like
feels
background characters. Yeah, here's the art by Pie Time.
the reason
Fantastic
why is
art.
because like
Hell yeah.
original characters are obviously personal, and I guess it kind of feels like we're creeping in on someone's personal, I don't know, views maybe.
Well, also,
Exactly.
I mostly want to keep it to things that are canon in the IDW comics as well and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like having non-canon, like, main characters would be, like... Because how do you cast for those? There could be, like, oh, I want this specific voice actor to voice... Like, it's just kind of... It's
messy.
It's going to be a messy.
It's messy,
Yeah.
yeah. That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah.
It's also similar reasons I won't do, like, shipping comics or anything.
Yeah. I mean, over
'Cause,
the
like,
years...
We don't want to like cause like a controversy or like whatever,
Yeah.
and just
Well,
like,
shipping
wanna-
comics can stay to Sarah's channel. She has a few, I think.
just one.
Oh, goody.
Is it all about the
I
cats,
think it's two.
Sarah?
Huh?
Is it all about shipping the cats?
Bruh.
You know, like IDW's like background characters that are just civilians. Those don't really count because those are just straight up in the comics, and those are very easy to cast because it's not some main character. Like, okay, if you were to put straight up like if you had straight up like a character like Purity or something.
Oh god.
Like it's just like a straight up like OC with like a flashy design and like as a main role, that's what's like off limits. If you treat it like IDW where they're like in the background, like that's fine. IDW has main like OCs of their own, but like I will excuse those because those are technically canon characters.
Yeah. Although I gotta tell you, there's some great stuff that they sneak in there. Like, anybody here watch Miraculous Ladybug?
Yeah.
I
No,
don't.
but I know
I
the
have heard of it.
characters.
I don't. I know
Okay.
some of it.
I don't remember if it was IDW or Archie, but one of the two did this. They snuck in what is essentially Mobian versions of
Yeah, it was
Adrian and Marinette
IDW.
in there.
Oh.
I
In one
love
of
it.
the,
It's amazing.
slightly in the future issues that we plan to get onto eventually. I know it's in one of them.
I don't remember which one it's in. I just remember it's in there, so keep an eye out for that.
Yeah,
It's cute.
Isabel was also in one of the issues.
Yeah. Isabel from Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Wait, I don't remember seeing that one. I need to see that.
Me neither.
Wait, is the bell from Animal Crossing?
Yeah. Well, hold on.
I
Let
mean-
me.
I love it when creators do that. That's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure, if you don't mind the legal problems.
You know, it can be an allusion to a character without being an exact replica. Their copyright is complicated.
Isabel! No!
I know.
Oh no, Isabel!
Oh, that's just cruel and unusual. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Got me
let
mad.
me put that up real quick.
Oh my god.
Sarah, I need you to say this line.
Copyright infringement.
Oh.
Let's hear what you want Sarah to say.
Okay.
He's
Well, at
typing.
least typing that.
He's typing.
Just say that Isabel
Then after
looks
this,
like
I want to
she's
get back to the
getting
behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man.
Help me with this new town project.
Oh, oh God,
Oh my god.
it's horrible. Okay.
We're horrible.
Isabel's a good girl. I have pictures of her.
See, the thing is, you
Yeah.
cannot tell that that's Isabel at first because of the dress.
Yeah,
Then
like
you see the headband.
it's obvious if you look at it. Like if you really look at it.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a blink and you'll miss it moment for me.
But then again, Whisper the Wolf is clearly Sniper Wolf. No ifs, ands, or what's about it. And then again, she did fall in love on the battlefield.
Oh my
Right.
god. Who the hell is Otacon? Tails?
It's I don't know. Lisa, you're a monster! How dare you hate Isabel!
Hey. Hate and don't care for are very different things, you fanboy.
Yeah, like I don't care for Dylan. It doesn't mean I hate him.
Wow. Okay.
Come on, bro. I thought we were friends.
Oh no.
I just scoped out the first person who talked.
We love you, Dylan.
Okay, this is a perfect line to say to that. To be truthful, you horrible backup singer, I had no idea we were friends.
Oh my god.
What is Eggman forming a band to rival Dreamboat Express?
Ugh.
Now, he did team up with DJ Professor K to make Big Beat Radio.
Sure, why not?
Do you ever split up the editing work, or does only one of you do the ending or editing? Hold on.
Excellent question.
Well, for the IDW dubs, I do for the IDW dubs, I do all of the video editing. Dylan does most, if not all, of the sound design, and then like placing the voices and music is all me. There are for certain mini dubs, actually most of the mini dubs. For most of the mini dubs,
I edit most of the mini dubs.
yeah. Sorry, I was trying to process my words.
No, it's fine. I understand. I'm also gonna try to edit the annual and the Tangle and Whisper series, but I have a lot to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't Tails like 8 and Tangle's like 14? That's quite a big gap.
You also forget that
Something
Tails
like
is
that.
Tails liked his women to be a bit older.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
Stop.
Whoa.
No. This is why we don't do shipping
Little bit
on
of
this
whoa.
channel.
There are too many ships. Some good, some bad, some why.
And the only way to take care of a ship is to sink them all like the Navy.
Dylan has done.
Good sir.
Dylan did Eggman in issue 7, I think. He
The
did.
fake
Yeah.
He did the
Eggman.
Dean Bristow Eggman, and he might do some extras. He's
That works.
aside from that, he's pretty much just the sound designer
We love you,
Yeah,
Dylan.
I've been-
and also the community
I have been
manager.
trying- Yeah, I've been trying to try other roles out, but usually Rev or Landy fill those other parts. One time I remember trying out for SPO, but my voice kept cracking when I tried to get deep.
Oh, honey.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I also
I'm
tried.
21.
Neon
Why is
binary.
my voice cracking? still?
Based.
Yeah, I also wanted to do Vector, but I didn't put in my thing in due time. So, this was going to be my voice for Vector. Hey,
Oh.
no sucking on the job. All right. Hey, come on, SBO, don't be silly. And besides, we don't turn down work that pays.
That's not bad. I
That's
don't think
really
I've actually
good.
heard you do
Wow.
Vector.
Yeah, that is quite convincing.
That is really nice.
But
I
can
also-
you say the line?
Fine.
I
Find
didn't
the
mean
computer
actually
room.
do it.
But
Well, as long as okay. If anyone wants me to do lines, they have to pay me money.
That's a wow. Okay.
Hey, I'll do it
You could-
for money.
You
Guys,
could
we
pay
gotta
him, or I'll do Bristol lines live right here, right now. I swear.
no.
Time for war.
nope. Tails has always been 8. Let me see.
Surprise.
Let me find the
Very
exact. Let me find like that character card from IDW real quick.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
How long would you say a dub takes to make?
Well,
Good question.
usually not a year.
Yeah. Not a
Generally,
year.
they
It
would
takes
take
like a
like.
month.
It depends on how much of the material I get. I think total work, maybe like. Let me see.
It's like a
3 to
couple
4
months.
weeks.
Yeah, like a month or 2 at most.
Yeah.
Literally, the only reason for the delays was missing work and also the fact that it's 4-in-1. But future 4-in-1s will definitely not take entire years to make.
Probably like 6 months or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like I think
haven't been
like
hyped for Sonic in a while, so
Yeah.
I get.
anyway. Speaking
I
of
wanna
video
say
editing,
something
I'm just
really
gonna
stupid
go
now.
back to what?
No, I was just gonna quote a Vine. Freaking let me see. Should I place Eggman in one role or Sonic in the other? Just fucking hold on, I got it. Hey yo, Eggman. Only a spoonful.
A bunch of your audio just cut out.
Yeah.
Damn it. Alright, let me do this again. Just hey Eggman, can I get a spoonful?
The
I think it's time to move on to the behind the scenes. I'm sick of hearing this guy talk and just screw up his things.
Oh my
I'm
god.
so sorry.
Oh dear.
No,
I'm
no,
so
no harm.
sorry.
No harm, no
No, that's
foul.
fine.
No,
None
no.
taken.
No issue.
The
So,
issue is your issue.
Oh, I just wanted to blow my nose. The occasional piano cue?
It's your the thing you're confirming something on your end.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It's like like that. Like it's like you saving something or whatever.
Oh. Probably. I think Landy should do Sonic. Yeah, I've heard he would do a pretty good job if he did.
Wow.
Yeah.
This sounds like a radio talk show now.
I don't
Now
know if
I'm
I'm
getting more.
I don't know if I'm being
getting-
asked to do Sonic. I don't know what I would say as Sonic. It's weird. I'm good at improv in very specific situations, but then on these streams, literally everybody else is better than me at improv.
Trust me, I'm
Honey.
terrible.
So back to what I was doing. So this effect, this like warbling effect is called the displacement map. I called it the magic in the last stream. What is this?
Well, is it gathering?
Oh god.
Oh my! You really took that. You took that so hard.
God.
Sometimes you need to take the cheap shot, and sometimes you need to take an arrow to the knee. Sit down.
Oh,
That one's even worse than mine. Get out of here, Rouge. No one wants you.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
So
You're
hostile
grounded.
today.
But yeah. So what you see when it's not distorting is just pure gray, and then what you see when it is this weird noise texture. And if you're wondering what that is, well, the way a displacement map works in Vegas is if a pixel is more white, it's distorted more in one way, and then if it's more black, it's distorted more the other way. So you end up with this sort of like,
Sure.
oops, that's loud. Let me turn that down.
Whoops.
This like faint noise texture over everything if you don't have displacement on. But that like noise texture is essentially the displacement map. And if I enable displacement,
Why is the island falling?
oops,
Did
that was a
destroying
frame
the-
where it literally just stopped. Yeah, you can see that's how you get the warbling. And then I can disable
looks
this to
like-
get nothing, but it makes certain scenes look pretty bad. Like, that just doesn't look as impactful.
It just looks. Someone set their graphics to low.
Yeah. When did I start the dub for the first issue of IDW? I want to say that was maybe January 2018, but I can't
me
really.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? Oh,
Oh,
Sarah, did you already get it?
What?
The first
Already get
thing
what?
was 2 years ago on May 3rd, 2018.
Oh, it was May. Okay.
Well, but that's
I
when we
think we, like-
uploaded.
I think we like got ourselves all together in February or late January, and
Yeah.
we just kind of put it all together.
Mhm.
Yeah, literally the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
the whole reason we started this project was the IDW comics were on the horizon, and at the time we were it was me, Trev, Sarah, some other people.
I wanted to dub the Archie comics, and we were trying to decide.
Yeah, we were just kind of
what
doing
we
like
were,
a
we were gonna dub. Then I think Trev was like, "Hey, like the IDW comics is out. Maybe we should dub that." He's like, "Okay,
Why not?
yeah."
yeah, and
Like-
before that, we all a few of us were in a call, me, Sarah, Trev, and some others. We were just in a call, just kind of voicing some of the post-reboot Archie stuff just for fun. We weren't really recording it. We were just having fun and
Unleashed
practicing.
Hmm.
Arc, to be specific.
Yeah, the Unleashed arc. We might do like post-reboot Archie because pre-reboot Archie
It's a
has
mess.
yes.
Oh,
Thank-
it is an absolute mess.
That's a very good way to put it.
You want to know why? Because I
Yeah,
cannot
he
stop
should-
remembering. I
he
cannot
should
stop
not be
thinking
named.
about this issue arc where Tails and Sonic were fighting, and the whole reason it began was because Tails was simping.
God.
Uh,
I mean, listen, I got my start in the world of Sonic dubbing by doing stuff in Archie. It was specifically Mobius 30 years later, and I was Laura Sue as my first role. Not proud of it, but like I look back on it and I laugh because damn, it's been a while and we've come so far since then. But it's just such a mess of issues and storylines and connecting pieces to put together. I have no idea how anybody kept up with that.
To be honest, because like when you're reading the comics, you're like, okay, so this event happened in between this set of comics, and then this issue references this part from like a issue 50 issues ago, and
Yeah.
crap, I lost my reading page.
I mean, yeah. As much as I love stuff like, I am a huge Silver fangirl. I have been since I was a youngin' in this fandom. Don't judge me.
yes.
Listen, Silver and Blaze are best characters. You can't convince me otherwise. But the number of wrenches that the two of them throw into this franchise and the other things that aren't handled well with dimensional and time travel, it's just... It gets messy really quick if the writers don't have a clue what they're doing, so they have to have a clue in order for it to work. And
Oh,
thank
God.
you, IDW, for making it work.
Please, yes, thank you for keeping it straightforward.
Ian Flynn isn't always the best writer, but I feel like for the most part he's fantastic at working with what he's given.
Mhm.
Just like, I'll be damned if I wasn't saying that he is our best shot at consistent Sonic stuff
Yeah.
when it comes to writing. Of course.
What's your guys' favorite Sonic game? Sonic 3 and Knuckles, easily.
Same
I
here.
like Sonic Adventure 2, even though I agree that it hasn't aged all that well because it was the first Sonic game I ever played.
I like Sonic Unleashed for its story, and I like Sonic Generations for its gameplay.
You see, I'm the odd one out here. if you're talking like console specifically, I love Sonic Colors because it's hilarious and just the levels were a lot of fun to play. But I played way more of Sonic Rush Adventure on the DS because I suck at video games. The story was engaging,
Oh, me too.
and the levels are just so pretty.
And don't
Nice.
forget about the music.
That was honestly
music was
though,
so good.
Okani did a good job of taking Naganuma's stuff and went like, "Hey, I could mimic this."
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Minty. Welcome to the stream. Sonic R does have really good music. A lot of people think that it's like too corny for Sonic, but like that's literally what Sonic in the '90s the music was based on. It was pop like that,
Yeah.
and like as well as stuff like New Jack Swing and Jazz Fusion.
I'm pretty sure the only reason people only say that stuff is because those tracks had vocals.
It's because they're used to Johnny from Crush 40 talking about opening up your learning or whatever.
Oh,
Oh my
okay.
god.
But I'm just now I'm just having ideas of what it
Well,
would sound
I
like
am-
covering the instrumental of something like Back in Time.
No, I mean, I actually really like that they brought back vocal themes in a couple recent, well, not a couple, just one recent Sonic game.
No, I agree.
Listen, I find myself listening to the Forces soundtrack when I'm drawing, and it's so nice. It's encouraging, and it's like, yes, I miss this. Give me
Not-
more.
Not gonna lie, some of that is inspiring. Case in point, that one track, Theme of the Resistance.
Heck yeah. It's just like, yeah.
Please do not open your heart. It's a big health risk and hurts a lot. Oh,
Thank you,
Oh,
Dr.
right.
Crystal.
Time for a change of pace, maker.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm honestly not I'm a fan of vocal theme songs, I guess. But
Yeah.
like when Crush 40 version of Lookalike would be awesome.
That
But
would
like
be awesome.
like in level, in gameplay vocal themes, I'm not really a big fan of. Unless there's a game called Spark the Electric Jester 2 that has a really cool thing they do. Certain bosses have vocal themes, and depending on the stage, because they don't start out with vocals, but if you get to a certain phase of the boss, the vocals will kick in, and I think that's awesome. But like when I'm just regularly playing a stage, like in Forces, it was kind of annoying to hear the vocal themes when I was playing. I wish there was an option to at least use the instrumental versions.
yeah.
I know that there's a game called Killing Floor 2, which if you're young, don't Google.
Yeah, you're not allowed. Yeah.
They have really insane heavy metal music. It's a very nice soundtrack, honestly. But they have an option called music vocals, and if you like to listen to vocals of music while you play, then you can enable that. But you can also disable that. And I haven't really seen a game do that, and I think it's a really cool little thing.
Thank you, game developers.
Yeah. Killing Floor 2 is a fantastic game. If you're okay with lots and lots of violence and guns, then you can play it.
Hey, if you want
What's a
game
simp?
with-
I would Google it.
You're too young. You're too young.
I would Google it.
If you have to ask that question, you're too young to know.
It's Bart. A simp is Bart.
Yeah,
A simp
Mr.
son.
Yeah.
Nice
Mr.
word.
Burns called the simp.
No, that's not what a simp is. I have no idea what a simp is, but it's popping up with all you kids in your newfangled language.
All right, do you want me to give the real definition or not?
I'm 23.
I'm 27. You have no excuses.
I'm lamer than you.
I think James is 30. I think he's the oldest Adrenaline Dubs member.
I am 21, therefore I am savage.
I don't know. I think
You are.
it's either Josh or James. Who's the elder of
Yes, I
Adrenaline Dubs.
babysit you children.
Oy vey! You youngins these days.
Listen. Oh my god. It's very interesting all the ages that we span in this group.
It is crazy, but it works.
You're never too old or too young to get into voice acting. unless you're too young. But
Goes all
if you
goes all
guys, oh, sorry, Cole.
Yeah, I was actually about to read that. If you guys were given an opportunity to create the next big Sonic game, how would you go about it? I honestly think that's a more of a complicated question. If you're talking about exclusively about story over gameplay,
there are a lot of routes you could take with that question.
yeah.
I feel like considering I'm working on a big Sonic game, I think I'm the most qualified. Not to put anybody else down, but what you will see is all of my plans for a Sonic game you will see in Sonic Core when that comes into fruition. Maybe not all of my plans, but just Sonic Core is like my big flagship Sonic game. It's a fan game that I've been working on for a few years, and it's shaping up pretty well. So I look forward to that. But the angle I would take is pretty much starting from square one as far as Sonic's actual gameplay goes. Sorry, I'm readjusting in the timeline because I clicked back into Vegas. So yeah, Big Blue VA did a good summarization of the word simp.
Thank you.
Not where I expect this stream to go, but I would kind of just start from square one as far as the gameplay goes. Just scrap the boost stuff. Just go back to what Sonic was in 2D and just try to transfer that into 3D, where it was a momentum-based platformer. And because there's a lot of principles in the 2D games that I think could be transferred really, really well to 3D, and a lot of people have had different interpretations of it and done it pretty well. A lot of people think, well, there's no way momentum can work, that sort of momentum platforming gameplay can work in 3D. It's like, well, there's a ton of projects that have already done it, so it's not impossible. There's Sonic Utopia, which doesn't have actual level design, but it's still a very fun project to just mess around in. Sonic GT is all right. The new build seems like it's improving a lot on the design. The level design I've seen for Sonic Core internally, which has not been revealed yet, looks very good.
And what about Sonic what about Sonic SKN or something like that? That old Sonic mod.
Sonic SKN.
Yeah, it was a 3D Sonic game where again it was focusing on movements. I need to look it up.
Sonic Accelerate.
Yeah, I think it was called something else. It's been a while since I've seen it.
I'm not familiar with a lot of Sonic fan games or mods, so it's like that is totally over my head. But wow, that sounds kind of fun.
Oh, well, when in September, I'm gonna Project Hero. Project Hero does it pretty well. I've actually there was a big reveal for Project Hero recently, but for a while, but I've already known about that stuff for a while, and their level design, from what I've seen, is pretty good. I'm not kidding. I won't say anything about what I've seen, but they have some very good solutions to certain issues that you would usually expect to spring up with level design, and they get it, from what I can tell. Just their level design just is insanely good.
Really
and I
good.
think when they end up putting out another demo or release or whatever, you guys are really going to enjoy it. I know a lot of people were disappointed that they took a more Sonic OVA styled direction with it, but the gameplay is pretty much exactly what you'd remember, just even better than before. So
trust me, when
look
Hero
forward
gets
to
a
it.
video out, when he gets a video out, you're going to be excited as hell for it. I swear. I have seen stuff as well. I'm not going to say anything, but it's going to happen. Or like a video is going to get uploaded. I don't know when, but hopefully before 2020 ends. I don't know for sure.
Yeah. As for story writing, I'm actually a game developer myself, not for a Sonic project, but for an actual indie game.
For an original project, darling.
Yes, an original project. I can only give the name, but I can't reveal anything else because non-disclosure agreements, and I don't feel like getting strung up by the neck.
Yay, NDAs!
Yay!
They're important. They protect us. We respect them.
Yes. The game itself is called Glide the Dragon. I'm doing some stuff with them and a few other things. And because I'm trying my best to have a great story that will separate it from all the other dragon-esque games, that's what I'm trying to focus on. A couple of bucking heads here and there about clashing ideas and so forth. But hey, that's inevitable.
Yeah. Glide the Dragon looks fantastic. If you like Spyro, you're definitely going to like Glide.
Yeah,
Yeah, think of it like a mixture between Spyro, The Legend of Spyro, The Legend of Zelda, and a little bit of aspects of Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just fantastic work.
Could I say something about the the question about the
Yeah,
the
the episode. Wait, what?
I was going to talk about the game development thing.
Oh,
Oh, okay, go ahead.
You
I
know,
thought
it's
you were going to
just,
talk about the episode White Jungle stuff.
oh no, I already answered that. But
Because
what I was going to say was,
interesting words.
I also have my own angle of what I want to do with Sonic if I were ever able to do it, and that is obviously in the form of a name that I can actually say, Sonic Urban, which I haven't worked on in like a year, and I really need to. But the whole point is obviously, I've seen what a lot of Sonic fans want and not want in that sense, and I suppose it just does boil down to creating your own custom experience in like an open world. So I want to do that, have like wall running and optional skills for stuff. I probably shouldn't say any of this, but I'm the freaking project director, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, if you're a project director, that really don't matter. However, you just got to be careful of people hounding you. Oh, guys, can be part of your game? Oh, can you do this for the game instead of that? Dude,
Okay,
I know,
calm down.
yeah, I bet you'll like that.
Nah,
No, not particularly.
Cole's rage is appreciated because there's so much of it. Oh my god.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm a
goodness.
naturally angry person. I need to go see a doctor about it.
You should. Oh God.
Sonic Utopia, but make it modern. I think the gameplay would be exactly the same.
That's
Yeah.
not what I'm going for with Urban. Like, not at all. I'm just trying to go about it my own way because I cannot game design for nothing.
Hey, you're leagues ahead of where I am. Look.
I say this, the only thing I have going for Urban is a visual style.
Well,
There's just a car outside.
Oh, that's for my end. This car alarm's been going off for ages.
Well, we're just now hearing it, so that's kind of nuts. Did it get closer?
I never know where
Yeah.
Dylan is in his house. It feels like he's like I never know where he is because sometimes I hear his brother, sometimes I hear like a random sound in the background, like a car alarm.
Yeah, sorry if you hear a
Relatable.
second voice. I'm in my bedroom. Oh god, it's going off again.
Quick! Dr. Eggman's stealing a car!
Whatever. Wait, what was that announcement thing in the in Sonic Colors about the Eggmobile?
I forget.
No idea.
Attention to the owner of an egg-shaped vehicle. Your car is currently being broken into. I repeat that your car is break. Wait a minute.
Okay, I think it's stopped.
But yeah, the angle I would take is just kind of going back to the classic gameplay and just going from there in 3D. That's the approach that Utopia took. That's kind of what I'm not taking my 3-month break. I don't know why you're spamming the chat about this.
No, it's because, we spent a year on this and everything.
It wasn't constant work.
Yeah, it was constant work.
I
It was
mean,
a lot.
we can keep going.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I guess I'll be taking a slight break from Adrenaline Dubs, but like this, streams will still happen. I just have other stuff to work on anyway, so.
We got
Yeah,
the
you-
motivation.
You're gonna go out there, you're gonna grab your Mountain Dew, and you're gonna sit back in that dumb outfit that owl guy wore in the movie and just relax.
Yeah, my big problem with taking the boost angle is that, and I think a lot of people, I think I talked about this the last time. the big reason for Boost existing was not out of them trying to make Sonic's core values work in 3D. It was literally because they failed time and time again to do classic physics and then decided, well, let's do something different that's still fast. Because they've lost a lot of their original devs that were responsible for the original Sonic games. So they just kind of started over, which I find pretty annoying. And so with the Boost, you end up with these games that, because like, okay, somebody I know described it pretty well. Put my thoughts into words the other day. You have like the classic games where you have to think a lot more about how, like, to maximize your speed, you have to really think about how your terrain's going to affect you, and you have to like roll at the right time. You have to. It's more than just platforming. It was a completely different dimension of platform. Oh yeah, Boost was originally from Rush, and that happened because they lost the source code to Sonic 1, which they used to make the advanced games, and then, well, Rush happened because they lost it.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how the story goes.
Yeah,
I love Rush even more now.
I mean, I think it's kind of incredible what they were able to do with Rush, considering they didn't have the Sonic source code. But at the same time, like, Dimps was never really all that competent when making games. It's just the main reason the advanced games worked so well was because they had that source code. But then you look at like the level design, and it leaves quite a bit to be desired. There's
it goes round and round.
Yeah, the advanced games have like very on and off level design. It's like some of it's pretty good, and then others are just terrible. I've heard it from
Sonic Advance 3.
I've heard it from people within the Sonic Fan Games HQ who actually have like the staff of that server have ties to Sega because they need to make sure that fan games are protected legally.
Oh yeah.
I don't know the actual reason that they lost, or the actual way that it was found that they lost the code. I think from what I gather, I think it was through reverse engineering, where they figured out, oh yeah, Advance is using these scraps of the Sonic 1 source code, but I don't have anything concrete on that.
Still, it's an interesting.
Do check out the Sonic Fan Games HQ though, because they're a very knowledgeable community regarding the Sonic game development and fan game development stuff. But yeah, so, and with Boost, like I was saying, oh yeah, Sonic CD did have weird level design, and that was because it was basically entirely Naoto Oshima who led most of that project, and they didn't have the actual like main game design leads from Sonic 1 and 2 and 3 and stuff. So with Sonic CD, you have something that's incredibly faithful artistically to Oshima's vision, but plays very confusingly as a result, because you don't have like any of the actual game design people from Sonic. Well, you have some of them, but not. It was a very different team.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Sonic CD is such an odd one out, is because of the fact that it had such a different team.
Yeah.
But yeah, the classic games like Sonic 1, 2, and 3, again, they're like brain food. You have to like really think about how your speed's going to be affected by the terrain. And then with Boost, they've focused it a lot more on reaction time, because your speed is basically binary. You're either fast or you're not. And it's just kind of, you lose a lot of that substance. I've described it once as once you've seen one person play a Boost level, you've seen pretty much everybody play a Boost level. Like, there are alternate pathways occasionally, but usually they're literally like splits in the road and stuff. Whereas in classic level design, alternate pathways were sometimes accidental, or you could reach them with actual skill, because everything was pretty much part of a cohesive world. Like levels weren't just a series of roads. It was literally just like a huge cohesive, it was, full on design. Like they created an entire world and then just kind of think about, well, how do you run through this? And that's where my gripes with Boost come, and why I would not make a Boost game. And you see people try to create middle grounds, like with Sonic 2020, that fan game. And I look at that fan game, and it's weird. Like you have anything where you're going fast is generally like just straight pathways or heavily automated stuff. I have a new message. Yeah, it's very boring to look at. And then when you break up the pace, there are some kind of cool puzzles, but it's like still the whole philosophy feels very start and stop. It's because like I mean, you have to think about the era. Like the classic games back in the day, they did definitely, because nowadays the design can be very questionable. I think Mania certainly perfected the level design. But at the time though, it was like insane. What the classic games did. Where was I before that? Oh yeah, Sonic 20. Is there anything you do like about the Boost? I guess I like the sense of speed.
Yeah, that is nice.
Games before Forces had a pretty great sense of speed with things like the motion blur and the they generally felt fast. If there's one thing that they excel at, they feel fast. But Sonic is a lot more than going fast. That's another thing. Boost feels like they reduced Sonic's purpose to just going fast. Like
there's so much more.
Yeah,
Press
absolutely.
Button, get banana.
And I think that in another really good thing that person I was talking about mentioned. Their name is Murasaki, by the way. I should mention they're the one who I heard about the specific brain food thing from, because I felt like that was just a very good way to summarize my thoughts. What she said was, what she mentioned was that like before Sonic, like platformers usually had the X and Y axes operate basically completely independently of each other. Like up and down movement compared to left and right movement were pretty much two completely different things. And then Sonic came around and it unified them. Like you could transfer your horizontal speed to vertical speed pretty much seamlessly, and the other way around depending on the there were platforming sections in Generations, but they boil down to more generic platforming stuff, and it's very again, it's very start and stop. Sure, you can ask your question and I'll answer it, Gold, anytime when I'm done with my little rant.
You get going on a track and it's just you keep going and it's great, but like wow.
Underwater?
In a Sonic game? Unheard of.
I don't know if that's asking about like being underwater in Sonic games. If it is, then like I don't know how to approach that.
God, sorry it was so quiet.
No, it's fine.
Dude, we gotta get you some water over there.
Bro,
You poor dear.
Bro, we're not sure if you have the Winnie the Flu virus if you keep that coughing up.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Cole.
Damn.
I had to say it. Someone had to say it at least once, all right?
That's okay. Lenny coughs like this normally.
Yeah. What do you think about underwater sections? I like underwater sections if they're okay. So I liked Hydro Cities in. I don't remember much from 3. I think 3s were fine, I liked Manias a lot. Manias were pretty good, just in general.
I'm guessing it's mainly because of the music and the Michael Jackson feel.
Well, also because they were just fun level design. See, that's what I like about the water sections is that they are a more natural way to do start and stop. Because, again, with the boost, you have this like very inorganic start and stop thing where platforming sections... All right, when can we expect your next dub? I have no idea. Platforming sections in like stuff like Generations and stuff kind of just slow you down, and the boost is basically useless in those. But then like in the classic games, I feel like there's not really a lot of start and stop in those, except for the water sections, which I didn't like Labyrinth, but I did like Hydro City, and at least those are a much more organic way to do start and stop sort of ideals. Best underwater sections were Biggs from Sonic Adventure. Oh, yeah. I think the next Sonic game will definitely... Oh, my God. I need to stop getting messages. I think the next Sonic game will definitely have boost. I don't really... I don't expect greatness, considering... Well, I just don't like Unleashed as a whole. I don't like its controls, and I don't like the Werehog at all.
It's okay.
So that's kind of my issue with that.
Well,
And Force's excuse for level design is like pathways and a few platforms strung about. It's very bare bones.
Oh, it is super bare bones.
What was your favorite dub to voice? Probably issue 7, because I did that live with Trev.
Aww.
That was very fun. The boost could be used as a reward from momentum in an open world Sonic game. I've seen that messed with. I think Green Hill Paradise 2 does that. But
yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
But then like the problem there is like you have to make it basically just visual. Otherwise, what's the point of rolling?
Very true. Plus,
Like,
I don't know.
The whole point of rolling is that like you can accelerate the effects of gravity on yourself while also breaking enemies and stuff. But if you make the boost like if you do like Green Hill Paradise's mock state, which I think breaks stuff, it's like, well, then rolling kind of doesn't have as much of a use anymore. I don't know, all I'm saying is the classic games had a very coherent design sensibility, and then you had the boost games pretty much just replace Sonic's moveset with something that is much, much more stripped down when you compare it to just what you can do in the previous games. Mm-hmm. Like, if you play, like... Do you think the next Sonic game will be for a next-gen console? I think, I think it'll get a port. I don't think it'll be developed for... It's been in development for a little over a year now, so I doubt that it'll probably work on modern consoles, but I don't think or next-gen consoles. But I don't think it'll get, like... I don't think it's being developed on them. But I think that's fine.
I'd say my money for that is on cross-gen, where like the finished game would be on current-gen consoles, and then I'd say a year it would get like a special edition, kind of like how Capcom do it with Devil May Cry for the next generation of consoles.
Whatever happens. As long as they take the time to make a quality game, I'm cool with whatever we get next.
I just hope it plays well and is well received, honestly.
I mean, I don't even care so much as the well received part. Like, just man.
Am I still voicing in the Filona Sonic OC comic? I'm pretty sure. I haven't been contacted about. I didn't even know that there were people here who watched that. But I recorded. I recorded. Oh, it was something that somebody contacted me to record for. Yeah, I recorded for. I recorded some new stuff for it a couple months ago, I think. So yeah. Yeah, Chow Garden would be cool. I'm not really the biggest Chow Garden guy, but I think that possibility is like that being a thing is cool.
I feel like somebody is developing that as a fan game, but I can't remember who
There
it
are
was.
there are a few opinions on Sonic Synergy: Rise of Lyric.
Do you
it's-
really want us to talk about that?
It's insanely far from a Sonic game. It's an okay-ish game on its own, I guess, but certainly
Yeah, it
not what
didn't
I'd
feel like
call
Sonic.
a Sonic game.
Yeah, we already know the whole mess with that because of that stupid deal. We got a game that was forced onto the Wii U that was ultimately a failed thing when it should have been onto other consoles that wasn't Wii U, and blah 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 blah. We already know the story.
Yeah, there was a lot of development problems with that, but I don't feel like being a non-exclusive could have saved that, honestly. Because just
Yeah.
like when you play it, it's so far removed from a Sonic game that it's like a generic platforming hack and slash kind of game.
And not
beat 'em
even a
up thing.
good one. And everyone was always saying, "Oh, 06 the worst one." Dude, I'm tired of hearing about it.
It depends.
I'll give 06 this. At least its gameplay kind of resembles a Sonic game.
And the other
And it has a soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
and the other parts for it actually work. Have a lot more to it. I don't care what they say. I still enjoy it for what it tried to do. Sonic Boom, on the other hand, well, it's what the heck is this? What the heck? Then we go to the latest game, Wasted Potential. There's nothing worse than a bad game than a game with a lot of wasted potential.
Yeah. Although oh god, there's just so much that you can go and dig into when it comes to the development of Sonic games. I mean, I find it crazy that there's so much with the One Boom. Well, not the One Boom game. There were others. I own them but haven't played them. It's interesting to me that Rise of Lyric specifically had one of the devs on it from Sonic Extreme, I believe, and it's like, wow, they were working on that, and it's like, man, I really hope you're not responsible for this. But no, shipwrecks are a team effort.
Yeah, PO6 is pretty good. I like that Chaos X has put in effort into actually improving aspects of 06's gameplay. What are you guys' opinions on Sonic stories in general? I don't think dark storylines should really be something that Sonic explores. Like, I think
There should be a good balance.
A little bit of darkness. As long as they're not
I think
overly
undertones are okay.
Yeah, that is fine with me.
Full on lighthearted, I don't know. It's because I feel like people have different. Yeah, no, I've known about the Forces level design thing. The thing is, I don't think more level designers would have saved Forces either. The game design was screwed from the start, and just God, Forces is a mess. As a game, it's like, I guess, fine if you're just kind of playing it, but when you really like get into like are you kidding me? Oh God,
You're getting to the semantic.
hold on. This is annoying.
dear.
I'm getting a call right now.
Yeah.
I need to test my Dolphin emulator.
Yeah, honestly, there's just ooh. No, but that is an interesting question though, preferring either a lighter or a darker tone. I think Sonic stories can be virtually anything, so long as it's not like, gory and bloodshed, I'm cool with it. But like,
Yeah.
I'm not hard to please. I'm that loser that at the age of 14, I watched all of the Sonic 06 cutscenes to try and figure out what the heck the story was. Like, oh my god. Well, I didn't have an Xbox at the time. I've been strictly Nintendo consoles pretty much my whole life because I can't afford that stuff. Oh my god. But no, it's always interesting what they do with these stories, and I'm a big fan of the stuff that they do with like Unleashed, Black Knight, Colors, the Rush series. Like it's a nice balance of, it's not too crazy and dark, but it's also like lighthearted and fun. And the thing is, Sonic doesn't need to take itself too seriously.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I think one of the things that's that's very interesting is how many people disagree on what direction the story should take. I'm like, it's a video game about an anthropomorphic hedgehog who's blue and runs at the speed of sound. Like, there's limitless potential here.
Well, for me, it's perfectly fine if something like that do take themselves seriously, as long as it's respectful.
Yeah.
There's a lot of projects. There's a few projects I could think of at the top of my head. That webcomic that Marky Moo's brother made. That's actually a good example of taking a world full of furries and humans and being serious with it. And this is coming from someone who is a filthy furry, so.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You had to say it like that.
Well, I'm not sure about it.
I'm back. How do you like Mega Man? I don't really care a lot for it. I like Mega Man X, but the Mega Man games are good, I guess. I'm not really a Mega Man fan. That's just me, though.
I don't really know anything about Mega Man.
But what about the TV show?
Do you really want to go there?
Yes.
Fully charged, I think it's awful. Everything I've seen of it just looks like a bastardization.
Wow.
Absolute chaos! Destroy everything! And this is going to be very nice.
But of course, we can't forget about Pharaoh Man punching the daylights out of Mega Man. We have to acknowledge that.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Come on.
Yeah, we do like masks and stuff, Ryan. It should be like Sailor Moon. That's not a bad pull. The original tone of Sonic was supposed to be like the original Dragon Ball.
Well, then again, they did a lot of other stuff from there as well. So,
yeah,
I believe that one meme post that was shared by Chakra X with Nazo and Shadow.
Wait, was it really a ripoff of Sonic? Really a ripoff of Dragon Ball? Always was.
You know, like that astronaut.
Yes, we've all seen that meme format. Yes. I don't live under that much of a rock.
If I may, I have one quick thing to say. Don't worry, this is absolutely not important, but I'm gonna be like gone for half an hour because I need to eat food. I'm a human being, okay?
Nourish thyself, peon.
So I'm just gonna be AFK for a while. So.
All right, be safe, honey.
All right.
Okay.
Honey. Okay.
Well,
see you guys.
Everybody is honey and darling with me. I'm sorry.
I always
see you a little bit.
Hey, I always refer to people as lad, last, love, sugar, sweet potato.
Yeah.
Have you guys read the Sonic and Mega Man crossover comic series? I've read some of it. I haven't read all of it though.
I haven't read it.
I think it's definitely going to be something that I want to dub because Hyper's team does the Mega Man comics, and I think bringing over that cast would be cool.
Heck yeah, they do so good.
Please let me be Sigma.
Oh my god.
I think they already have a Sigma, actually. But
it sounds really close to what the Great Clement sounds like, too. But I digress.
I think the Sigma they have is actually, if I recall, the Sigma that they have is actually really, really good. Like, insanely good. So I think you'll be satisfied with it, Cole.
I mean, welcome to Steve, though. He is really good at casting. I've loved working with him in the past.
Mm-hmm. I watched Sonic X. I don't remember what my favorite episode is, though.
The one where Robotnik's talking about consuming a banana.
Oh god, not that.
You see, I thought someone was going to say the episode where Sonic ditched the president to spend a day with the girl in the wheelchair. Because that was the best episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, why wasn't she the character that Sonic spent the most time with instead of Chris Thorndike?
Because she's a queen, and we stan. No. She is a queen, though.
Actually, she's a queen because she sits on a throne permanently, and we stand.
Oh my god. Cole, I thought I was cringy. Get out.
No!
Well, fine. I'll just have to show you the door.
Do you know the Animagination dub team? It would be awesome if both your teams collaborated. Well, how would we collaborate? Their cast is entirely different. Their team is entirely different. We already have pretty much everybody that the Animation team has. Animagination team has. I don't know. I don't really see much point in collaborating.
We want to support our friends, though.
Yeah, you can go check out Animagination if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Because they do some pretty good work. I just don't know how we would collaborate.
Yeah.
What would we do?
Yeah. Yeah, that's always the $1 million question, ain't it?
Because like with Hyper's team, it makes sense because he has like a different cast for like different characters and stuff. But with Animagination, there would just be way too much crossover. Anyway, somebody earlier asked, can you explain how you handle the text bubbles in these dubs? Okay, so the way we do this is I have the bottom layer is the let me find a better frame for this. The bottom layer just has the main no text speech bubble thing. Oh, thank you, Radiance Arcade. I'll pass that on. And then on the top layer, you have a version with the full dialogue that I just mask. I don't know if you can see this. No, you can't. But I mask certain parts of it that you can see how I mask it here. Basically, it's just two versions of the pages. When it comes to like moving pans, it's a little trickier. I'll have to. I think I go into that in different streams, and I'll have to go. What software do you use? Vegas Pro 15. When I started this, I was using 13, but I use 15 now. The new version of Vegas, apparently, that I don't have, apparently has nested timelines, which means you can have like timelines within timelines. So this whole thing, you can just have a tiny version of that inside your project while you have it shoved into the rest of the timeline.
So nice.
I would love to mess with that version of Vegas.
I
Opinions
wonder
on
if,
cheese and onion flavorings. Who does Amy's voice in your team? I don't know.
I do.
Yeah, that would be Sarah.
That is me, yes.
It is scary how similar you sound to Lisa Orr. It's like, oh my god. But it's
I try.
beautiful.
It's pretty nuts. And as far as another editing question goes, somebody was asking how I do Neo's voice. Let me see if I can
Heck yes.
pull it up. Gotta open up FL for this. And
Simple. You throw the voice actor into the belly of the beast.
basically, so let me pull up
really?
kind of. Let me pull up the switch this to FL. Okay, cool. So that you guys can get a glimpse. Is the chat not working? Oh no, it's working.
Yeah, it's working.
Let me change to FL. So let me open up I have a lot of things.
I really need to learn how to make 3D models so I can insert a couple of mods for the Jet Set Radio Future multiplayer.
What software is this? This is FL Studio. So let me pull up the Neo Metal filter. I think I might have overclocked lines in this. I don't know.
Meanwhile,
oh my
I'm
God.
over here working in Audacity.
Speaking of which, later on Sunday, I have to make my thing of salted pulled pork that'll last me a week.
You cook?
Yeah, of course I cook.
Well, hey, no,
I'm back.
not of course. Not everybody can cook effectively. Hello.
Sorry. I do apologize. I do apologize.
Yeah, Audacity's very good. It's just it can't do certain things like that. Can you add cream and cheese and Mighty and Ray?
Into what?
I mean,
what?
Are
cream
we
and-
putting them in a stew? Is Cole cooking them?
First off, I prefer hedgehog stew.
Oh no.
Cream and cheese next time you do a comic. That's not up to us. That's up to the IDW team. And I don't know if the next issue has cream and cheese, but we will eventually get to them. And Mighty and Ray are not going to appear in the IDW series because Sega is stupid and
They are
wants
considered
to.
classic characters.
They're classic characters, so they can't cross over, even though they could cross over just fine in Archie.
Fan comics, however.
Yeah, fan comics. Yeah, those can include them at least. So let me see if this is this is the Neo filter. I think Landy's voice as Sonic is better than Roger Craig Smith. Thank you.
I agree. But I'm biased.
Brown noser.
Let me see.
Coward!
Okay, so yeah, that's okay. Those are the lines from issue 7, I think. Let me see. So the way that I usually handle it. Let me disable everything. The way it sounds raw is just this.
Coward!
So it's just pretty much Trev doing a shout. And then first I add something called a hardcore, which lets you throw on a bunch of effects for like guitars and stuff. I use distortion, noise gate, and chorus. The distortion does that sort of loud thing that you hear. The chorus sort of adds like a dual voice effect, and then noise gate. I actually forget exactly what that does. I haven't touched this in a while. So that already sounds pretty familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if there's another line. Oh, this is from issue 8.
The Master Emerald. The Controller.
Yeah, so that sounds pretty familiar. And then I add a limiter and an EQ to it. EQ essentially just to bring out some of the tones, and then a limiter just to make it really, really loud, but clamp it so that it's not too loud. I don't know, it adds a very surreal effect.
The Master of the most powerful gems in the world.
Or, no, actually, I think I literally just use this. Yeah, okay. I literally just use this limiter to make sure that he doesn't get too loud. Then I throw on something called a vocodex, which is a vocoder, and I don't really know how else to describe it other than it does this to the audio.
The Master Emerald.
And that sounds really weird on its own. I also apply. What is this? This is a delay. The delay.
The Master Emerald.
It adds that like kind of echoey thing.
Why does it sound like he's about to do a song?
Well, because it's
it.
pitched to a certain key, and then I add another EQ on top of that to bring out the vocoder's tones.
The Master Emerald.
But then you might wonder, well, this doesn't sound right. Well, there's another component to it. I actually I let the vocoder feed on a modified loop of the flamethrower from Team Fortress 2. Oh, so I guess that means I did use a TF2 sound effect for the 4-parter. Technically, in a weird roundabout way. And so it adds that like really guttural sound to it.
The Master Emerald. The Controller.
This is FL Studio. And the reason I use a flamethrower loop was because I was listening to Neo's official voice back when I first... Because we kind of figured that it was going to be like Neo, because nobody else can really shapeshift. So we kind of planned ahead in regards to that. Back in like issue 1. And I was listening to Neo's voice, and I was like, well, it sounds like there's like a flamethrower sound in there. So I just grabbed one from TF2 and used that to vocode, and it doesn't sound quite accurate, but I kind of stopped going for accuracy and more for just the general tone, because I really tried to get it accurate, but it ended up not really sounding where I wanted it to sound. So we just went with what we ended up with.
The Master Emerald.
So that's Neo's voice. The Overlord filter. Actually, you know what? I'll leave that for the very last. Orbot and Cubot's voices. I've changed the filter a few times throughout the comics, but that's from something that I can't reveal yet.
Don't you just hate it when you have lines you can't show, but you want to because they're so good?
Are they? Are
No, I
these-
don't have this
Or
problem.
perhaps-
No one talks
Yeah,
to me
okay,
about
here's-
voice acting.
Okay, that's Orbot.
Ooh.
Thank you,
Thank-
Jack.
Thank you, Jack Clinton. Welcome to the stream. But Orbot and Qbot are a very similar sort of idea, where it's that flamethrower loop. Except for this one, let me see if I can just isolate this. Let me disable the vocoder on it. Yeah, it's like very, very distorted. Tiny effects on normal characters like Sonic and crew. No. I think the only time I've ever put I do Orbot and Trev does Qbot. Yeah, I don't put any effects. There is one time I did I'll actually show that next up. I have like a radio effect that's like a exact copy of the one from Sonic Forces that I put on one character on Sonic in I think issue 8 at the end because he was talking through a
Communicator kind of
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I didn't know the name of it, like a hologram or something.
For a second,
No,
I thought you were
on
going to say a
screen,
tin
but
can.
But there is a different component to this as well. Let me just see if I can get this raw. This is actually still going to be vocoded.
I called up the schematics.
Oh, I guess not. So I throw on the vocodex first.
I called up the schematics.
Which isn't doing anything for some reason. Hold on, let me throw on the rest.
I called up.
Oh, it's because it's not in this mixer track. Oops.
Ta-da!
So let me throw on all these effects. So this is still going to be vocoded.
I called up the schematics on file as you requested, boss.
And that's actually a very subtle effect. I tried to make it subtle on purpose because I noticed some people didn't like it. So I changed it, and then I changed it again, and it's exactly where I want it now. So the first thing I throw on is another...
I called up the schem...
I don't think that actually does anything.
I called up...
Oh, no, it adds like a slightly different warble to it.
I called up the...
So that's the first thing. Where do you guys record your voice lines? From home.
Home.
We just
We
use
don't
our...
have a studio or anything.
Yeah.
Nope, and we all live in different parts of the world in different time zones.
So the first meaningful thing that I add is an EQ.
I called up the schematics on file as you requested, boss.
Makes it almost sound like an old radio or something.
Yeah.
Well, not really, actually. I don't know. It's a weird
Like
effect.
a phone call.
Yes, no, not quite phone call. I can do phone call, but this ain't the process. Effect. I use something called an effector in FL, and the first effect I add is something called a trans. It's like a gapper, and it inserts like gaps into the file, usually pretty fast. At least that's the setting that I have it on.
I called up the schematics on file as you requested, boss.
So you can hear it's kind of like broken up. After that, I add a delay, which has a very short time on it. It's like a very, very short echo.
I called up the schematics on file as you requested, boss.
And it fills in some of the gaps of the gapper with information that just gets repeated. So it creates this really cool, like specifically robotic effect. Then I add something called a Fruity Love filter, which has some settings on it just to sort of...
I called up the schematics on file as you requested, boss.
Just sort of compress it down a little. And then...
I love that you call it Fruity Love.
It's literally called Fruity Love filter.
That's an amazing name, and whoever did that,
Yep.
get a pay raise.
Sounds
But
awful
yeah,
fruit.
that's pretty much Orbot.
I called up the schematics
Qbot.
on file as you requested, boss. Or perhaps you'd like to review a list of eldritch creatures you'd like to resurrect and then lose control over.
I actually messed up this line at first, this one.
Are you sure we want the old boss back?
I think I messed it up. Pretty sure. I forgot what exactly the line actually was, but it was not that, and I had to re-record it. So that's Orbot and Qbot. It's complicated if you don't know what's going on. So basically, yeah, it's complicated. Not for me because I've done it so much. Overlord filter is nuts. Thank you. The Overlord's filter is really something else. So it's another modification of the Neo filter, but this time there's a very specific. I don't know if I've shown this on stream yet, but you might notice. Well, why do you have 3 tracks instead of 2? Well, you got your basic flamethrower loop. This is what it sounds like with just Trev.
I will realize Dr. Eggman's dream of a global empire, and nothing you can do can stop me.
And that sounds fine. What I actually do is I pitch down his voice. Let me see if I can disable his effects real quick.
I will realize Dr. Eggman's dream of a global empire.
So that's not all of the effects gone, but it's a good amount of the effects. A good amount of the effect gone. And then there's another layer.
I will realize Dr. Eggman's dream of a global empire, and nothing you can do can stop me.
And that is me. So what I do is just this really insane sounding unison of our voices.
I will realize Dr. Eggman's dream of a global empire.
That sounds very different from how I remember it sounding. Did I shift this on accident? Oops.
Yeah, you
Probably.
shifted it by accident.
I will realize Dr. Eggman's dream of a global empire, and nothing you can do can stop me.
I didn't shift the whole thing on accident, did I? What? I don't know how that happened. But the files in the dub didn't sound like that. Or the files in the dub didn't have that problem. So.
Come, let us join the rest of your feeble resistance. You'll watch as I destroy them.
And yeah, if you isolate just me, it sounds kind of goofy. Or if you isolate either one of them, it sounds kind of goofy.
Come, let us join the rest of your feeble resistance.
I also had to kind of chop it up in certain areas where the timing was off. And I was going to re-record, and then I figured, no, I think it would sound cooler if it was chopped up.
Resistance! You'll watch as I destroy them! Witness Angel Island dashed to pieces! Then I will show you the mercy of a swift demise!
And then if you combine that... Oops. Combine that with Trev's, it just...
Then I will show you the mercy of a swift demise!
It's a very, very cool sound.
I do have to ask something, though.
What's up?
With how many times did you go and re-record to go and match his timing? Because, oh dear God, that is so difficult, and I give you a ton of credit for making that happen.
It actually wasn't that hard. I maybe did like 1 or 2 retakes tops, because Trev and I have very similar... Our voices are kind of similar in terms of how we say things and stuff like that.
You're clearly on the same wavelength. I am amazed. Congratulations. You madman.
And then
I'm gonna be mean to myself real quick. Just let me know if we're doing something.
All right. And then another filter is the regular Metal Sonic filter. And interestingly, this actually, I went through a few different passes on this. Not the filter, but the recording. All characters from Sonic or all characters from Mario? I don't know. The Mario characters need power-ups to be as insanely powerful as they are.
Why would they fight? They're friends.
Well, let's say what
They
if.
go to the Olympics together.
Yeah.
Where did you learn to edit like this? I've been doing this for almost 10 years, this sort of stuff. Video editing. FL I learned over the course of maybe 6 years or so. All right, see you, Lisa. Thanks for coming aboard.
Bye.
Yeah, I have a lot of experience. Literally, the only that I don't have any like formal like classes on any of this. I've just kind of learned. I've learned by using tools, using Google. That's pretty much it. And that's not to say that classes can't help you. It's just that I haven't taken any. What's your question? Do I voice act professionally? I'd like to, but I don't. What'd you think of the Sonic movie? I loved it. It wasn't the best movie
great.
ever, but
Great.
as far as a Sonic movie goes, I expected much worse, and it was very nice.
Far from that. honestly far from any of that.
I absolutely loved Tom. Sonic was pretty cool in it. I'm very excited for the sequel.
Yeah.
I don't voice act professionally. I think James does. I don't know if anybody else on the team does. But most of us are just kind of. We're just kind of people who
We're
voice
doing
act.
it.
We're not like professional level or anything.
Some of us want to be professionals, but like currently we're not.
Yeah, like I'm shooting for a professional voice acting career, but I think I've got quite a ways to go. Mm-hmm. Although I'm hopefully going to be in some projects coming soon, so I look forward to those. I can't talk about them yet, but they're nice little things that I've been brought aboard for.
I don't think Sonic flossing was the worst thing in the movie.
Nah, that was far from.
I'm thinking about that one hotel scene.
The fart scene was not good.
Yeah, that was
like,
the worst part.
My parents thought it was funny.
Happened.
I didn't. I did not. I mean, I understand why it was in, I guess.
Like it was supposed to like reference chili dogs or something, but
the first design of the Sonic movie, awful.
Extremely awful.
Yeah, I'm glad that they changed it.
Yep, I'm glad they listened to the fans.
All right, see you, Red. It was
Bye,
fun
Red.
to have you. So this is the regular Metal Sonic filter. As you can see, I have a bunch of files here that are from other projects. They don't relate to Metal Sonic. Oops. Neo Geo. So this is what ended up in the dub. It doesn't actually use any vocoding as far as I know. Oh no, it does. It's just subtle.
Critical damage. Attempting to reboot.
So that's me, if you can't already tell. I based it off of the voice that you hear in the Sonic OVA. When
there is only one Sonic.
Yeah, it was like 2 a.m., so I had to be quiet. But I figured, you know what? Whatever. I don't think he would need to scream it anyway. But
I'm just imagining him screaming it. No.
Before that, I had this take.
Critical damage. Attempting to reboot.
Which is very different. And
sounds like Vega.
Yeah, it sounds completely different. And then I realized, well, I think it'd be kind of cool if I referenced the OVA in some way instead of doing that. So I took away the generic voice and just did
critical damage. Attempting to reboot.
And the way I did that was actually by talking slow and then speeding it up. So it ends up with an extra robotic effect. And then aside from that, you have the resistance. What is this? That's from Overclocked. Who voiced Starline? That was Wolfblade 93. He also did Xylo in The Murder of Me for a short time. Well, I don't know about short, but
or most of the comic dub, but
most of the comic
he's not
dub.
on it anymore.
Yeah, cast got switched around. This is a line from Sonic Forces Overclocked, actually, which is a mod that some of us are involved in. But this is the Forces copycat.
Sonic, can you hear me?
Let me actually take let me see, Sonic and Knuckles' I-8 or issue 8.
Is that still from Overclocked, that line?
Yes.
Silver.
I think so.
What do you guys think of Dark Sonic?
He exists.
Yeah, I don't care much
Yeah,
for it.
he exists.
I don't think it's bad. It's just like I don't really have any opinion on it.
Yeah.
There is only one Sonic. I was tempted to put the really big delay on it, but I feel like that would have ruined the precision, and also it wasn't exactly a dramatic moment.
Yeah.
Silver found.
Yeah, there's my mess up.
Silver found what Neo's up to. You're gonna need to call in everyone.
So that raw just sounds like this.
Silver found what Neo's up to. You're gonna need to call in everyone.
Then I throw a hardcore on it, and I literally just have 2 choruses on it.
Silver found what Neo's up to. You're gonna need to call in everyone.
And also some equalizer changes. And then I add another equalizer on it to sort of bring out the higher tones.
Silver found what Neo's up to. You're gonna need to call in everyone.
And it sounds nearly identical to the filter you hear in Sonic Forces. So yeah, pretty cool. And again, I used that in I used it in Overclocked as well for lines that I produced. Very convincing effect. And then finally, there's one thing that I don't think a lot of people really know. But I did a sound for the Warp Topaz when it's in Starline's hand and close up to the camera and doing that weird goopy lava lamp effect. And the way I made that sound is very, very funny. And I'll tell you why. So you could probably already guess from the name. What I do is I take these sounds. One of them is a very low pitched and stretched version of its original form. Here's with no effects at all.
Water.
It sounds very watery, yes. And then below that, I have some. That's on the right ear. On the left ear, I have an even lower pitched one at about the same time stretch. So it adds a much more bassy undertone.
Sounds more like mud.
Yeah, and then when you combine those, very cool and weird sound. And then you, I add, the first thing I add is the trans, or the gapper. So it adds that like sectioning, and then I use the delay to fill in those gaps with repeated information. And then I top it off with a equalizer to bring out more of the high tones so that it sounds less low quality and kind of hits your ears a little harder. It's not supposed to be like, you know, kill your eardrums. It's just got like, it sounds sharper. So if you're wondering what that sound is, that's literally the the sound of lava from Minecraft.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I was looking at the way it like goops in that one panel where this plays, and I noticed it looked kind of like a lava lamp, and I was thinking about the properties of it, and I was like, well, what if it's not like the Chaos Emeralds where they're obviously gems? What if this is more like a solid, almost car paint texture to it that has like a weird gooping refractive effect? I feel like if you saw it in real life, it would like distort itself and maybe nearby light. Yeah, just very, very. I made this effect in like 5 minutes. It was very easy, and I don't know. I just felt like it would fit pretty well. When Starline actually ends up using the Warp Topaz, though, I'm very excited to have the sound design for that. I'm going to have Dylan mostly take the lead for it, but I've got some ideas of my own now that he, because I showed him the process as I was working on it.
Yeah, I have FL Studio as well, but I have no idea how to use it. So I guess this is now the exercise for me.
Well, you know what? I'll save you a bit of time. Have the project file for it. And also...
sweet.
And you know what? On top of that, I'll just send you the Minecraft lava sound too, so that it doesn't error out. There you go.
Cool.
There we go.
Let me pin it. So yeah, pretty cool. I can't wait to hear what liquidy Portal-like sound effect. Sarah mentioned that it sounded like Portal, which I was glad about. That was kind of my intention, but I didn't really think about it too much. All right, now we go back to Vegas now that I've shown everybody the audio stuff. And we can go back
Everybody, we're going to Vegas.
The editing of this. Oh, man. So this has been by far the most ambitious comic dub I've ever worked on. Probably the most ambitious video I've ever worked on. My Fortnite video on my channel was kind of ambitious, but it was more funny stuff.
45 minutes, right?
This was... What?
Was the Fortnite video like 45 minutes?
I don't know. I think it was just 30 to 40 minutes. I don't think it was 45. That one was kind of ambitious, but it wasn't constant editing. This one, though, this one was literally constant editing. Oh yeah, another little thing that some people may have noticed. Let me see. If you're insane, you probably noticed it. Let me see if I can put it on the right layer. We're taking our time. I've read all of them, but I haven't started editing 13. The 2019 annuals in the pipeline, as are Tangle and Whisper, though. So
we got plenty of stuff to catch up on.
So one thing some people would you rather draw the pictures in the comic or write the dialogue in the comic? Me personally, I'd rather write the dialogue in the comic because
I would also write.
I'm not very good at art.
I'd rather color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
But let me. So you might be wondering, well, why am I showing you these flashes? Well, if I put this Morse code audio file, that's the word Eggman in Morse code that I synchronized the flashes to. I figured that would be a really cool touch. I don't know if anybody noticed it, but yeah.
You're a mad lad.
What
the
the
heck?
hell? That is so subtle.
Yeah. I showed it to Trev and he was like, "Oh my god. That's nuts."
And it helps that the timing actually looks really good too.
Yeah. Like you probably wouldn't notice it unless you're extremely unless you're maybe as insane as me. But yeah, I figured that would be really cool effect to do. I figured it makes sense too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, also there's actually two screams that are combined here for Eggman's scream. So you have Josh's, which is just his really guttural scream.
Oh, Josh.
But then also you have another scream which is like super reverberated, and it is one of my friend's screams from like a really old Skype call. And he ended up voicing Eggman for Sonic Core, so I figured, well, I kind of want to combine these screams to make it even more like freaky. So that's what I did. And then you have this like really reverberated scream of my friend.
God, you sound a little bit like an audio producer.
Gee, I wonder why.
So you combine them and you get.
Hey guys,
It's-
I'm sorry to bother you, but
fine.
I actually got to get going. I need to uninstall the Epic Game Launcher because, well, obviously.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to do a mass purge of my computer, regardless. Anyway. So any data I need to save, I gotta put it onto my specialized backup, and so on and so forth. Bye,
All right.
everyone.
Take care.
See you later.
What did it sound like in the room to record the screams? Like, was it hard to laugh or ear piercing? I don't really know what that refers to. Because again, we don't have a studio. We all record from home. But
Yeah.
I don't think.
I don't know. The screams weren't really ear piercing.
I suppose the worst thing would be just somebody walking into a room and going, "What the hell is going on?" Because I remember this one time, I was just like joking around with myself, watching cutscenes for Hunt Down the Freeman, and I kept on watching the last part where that one guy shoots the other dude and goes, "Mitch, please," and it just sounds so terrible. So I was trying to vocalize the guy who gets shot, and I let out this really realistic sounding scream when he got shot, and my brother ran downstairs and thought I was actually dying.
Yeah, I don't think anything happened with the Epic Games launcher. I know about that thing where relations with WeChat are being severed in the United States, but I don't think that really affects Epic Games. I think it's literally just to do with WeChat.
I mean, if he wants to be safe, it's all I can say.
I guess. I mean, if you're scared of the Chinese government having your data, I mean, that's a legitimate concern. But things like pretty much everything else that you probably already use, are giving your data to the U.S. government, like Chrome, Discord, maybe even Steam. Who knows?
Bum, bum,
So you're already screwed. WeChat is some chat client owned by Tencent, who is like the Chinese ultra conglomerate corporation. They have their hands in a lot of pies, but the recent thing that came out from the Trump administration only affects transactions with WeChat. It won't affect things like Epic Games Launcher or stuff like that.
For a couple hours, the whole American side of Twitter that played Fortnite got real mad.
Yeah. I think also some League of Legends people.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got a question.
What's up?
How the heck do you scream into the mic without it peaking ridiculously?
You
I have a gain slider.
That's smart.
Yeah, so this is when it's really high. I'm actually quite distant from the microphone. But if I turn it all the way down, which people in the stream can barely hear, I can get really loud!
Clearly, I have some learning to do, because that is something that I struggle with.
It's more about the equipment. My
Yeah.
the Yeti has a gain slider, or a gain knob, and so does my audio interface. I don't use a Yeti. I use an AT2020, but I know that the Yeti, as far as USB mics that are standalone go, then it just has a gain knob. Who's your favorite Sonic voice actor? Ryan Drummond, easily. Ben Schwartz is a very close second, though. If we're talking across the board, Martin Burke from the OVA. God, his voice is what I just imagine when I think of the original classic Sonic. It's very, very good voice.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ryan's my I actually have a signed I have an autographed photo from Ryan Drummond that I got at Sonic Revolution last year.
Oh,
yeah.
The times when we could go to cons.
Yep.
Next year, maybe.
I wish I could fly overseas to have gone to that one, I just, instead I was thinking, I mean, I know this is a pipe dream, but I would have loved to just gone up to Ryan one day, said something as man, and watch him just flip his,
I know that Cole did something similar. He met Jaleel White, and so Cole did his patented Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog Eggman voice, and Jaleel White really liked it. Are you looking for any more voice actors for the future dubs? Not at the moment, but we'll let you know. Literally the main Sonic prologue.
That's the really sad,
film, right?
really dark, Sonic turns evil.
Oh no!
I don't remember that.
Right? Is that what? Let me check.
Film?
I have no idea.
It's really sad. Oh, hold on.
Sonic CD's voice acting's pretty good, yeah. What little there is, it's very nice.
I don't remember that having voice acting, but it's been years.
There is 3 clips, I think, in the game total. You have when you get a 1-up, Sonic's like, yes! And then if you wait 10 minutes, he's like, I'm out of here! And he jumps off.
Oh yeah, that thing that scared me to death as a child. Oh boy.
Well, just because Sonic did something that he wasn't supposed to do?
I felt so betrayed.
Oh. No, I remember Sonic Prologue. I just don't think I've seen it. Oh wait, no, I have seen it. That's right.
I got nothing.
Trade.
Yeah, Jason's pretty good. I wish they kept him for a little longer.
Yeah.
He was definitely the Sonic I grew up with.
Do you know the status of Sonic Forces Overclocked? I don't, unfortunately. I haven't checked in with that team in a long while. I know they've been pretty hard at work the last time I did look at the progress. I don't know if they'll have a Sage build. But I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. Forces is certainly not easy to mod. Mr. Gojira's Sonic plush. No, I haven't. I have like no experience with the plush side of the Sonic fandom. The easiest way to get involved with like the easiest way to get involved with like projects like us, just like have a voice demo and send it our way, or just projects like us, and like, because the thing about Adrenaline is that I don't like take like requests or anything. Usually, like if somebody has a demo, then I'll look at it and I'll keep them in mind. I'll be like, oh well, that's a person that I should maybe get for something if I need voices. Right now we do need some voices, but I'm not gonna like reach out just yet.
Wait, for what?
For diamond cutters.
Oh right.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
But yeah.
No, I think one of the secrets to a lot of this voice acting stuff, though, is you got to put yourself out there in order for anybody to know you exist. And it's hard, and networking can be a little crazy, but it can be done. I mean, we all ended up with each other for the stories are very weird and convoluted, but good nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to literally, like the moment I released my voice demo, I got like 3 messages at once saying like, "Hey, can I pay you to do some voice acting?" And it's like,
Jesus
awesome.
Christ.
Yeah, it was.
I haven't,
it was
like-
all like Sonic commission stuff, but I mean, still, it's like, just that's awesome that happened.
It's something.
I haven't like put myself out there properly yet, and I just kind of let stuff come to me. But sometimes I get lucky. Case in point, this.
Yeah.
Do you
I
need
mean,
a
I
good
used to have a
mic?
demo.
Yes, good mic and
You
good
do
recording
need a good
environment.
mic. If you can record and sort of like edit your own audio to get rid of any static noise, then you're probably in for like, I'd say, amateur production work.
I mean, okay, so here's the thing. I'm not too picky with I do a lot of my audio processing myself, and actually, like if somebody just sends me a raw file that has some noise, I could usually get rid of it pretty easily. But if it's like 90% of your recording, then the noise removal is going to sound terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like problematic. But I'm not too picky. As long as you don't have a lot of noise, you have barely any reverberation, and you are good at voice acting, then yeah, it's usually I'll look at like a demo like that and I'll be like, well, this is pretty good. Have you seen Sonic and Tails R? Yes, I was quite happy with the first episode. I expected it to be an animation, but I don't mind what it actually is. Just being a little radio show. I think that's cool, honestly.
Yeah. Animation takes forever.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
And besides, it's not like there's not potential for fans to do an animatic if they want to.
True.
Yeah. Like 2 people are doing with our dubs.
Mm-hmm. Really? Actually, another fan is doing sprite animation for Battle for Angel Island.
Yo,
oh
what?
my god.
I actually
that takes me back.
I didn't remember hearing about that. What?
It's in creative. It's Mika that's doing it.
I need to see this. I need to see this.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, let me show this on the stream then. Add browser. It's Micah the Hedgehog 14. Oh, it's not playing. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, I didn't notice that. My bad. I'll check that out after the stream. I don't want to have the audio playing and yeah, that's really cool.
Congratulations, my dude.
Who's your favorite Sonic character? I don't know. I mean, it seems like such a simple question, but it's so hard to answer. Yeah, it's definitely Sonic himself. Because I guess I'd say like Tails is probably my favorite non-Sonic character. I don't know. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are just great. Every other character is pretty good, but the Twitter dogpiling concerning Sonic and Tails are. I don't know what Twitter dogpiling happened.
I know what you're talking about, and you don't want to dive into that.
Is it a lot of someone says opinion and then it's boo this man?
Someone said opinion that was kind of rude and uninformed.
Oh
and
no, I remember that.
were,
Wasn't it the person that like Roger called out?
Yeah, Roger called them
What
out.
about the animation?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that person was being really mean-spirited.
They didn't seem particularly nice. I hope that whatever has happened since then, they've learned from it. And have gone on a journey for self-improvement.
They are
that's
not
all we
coming
can hope
back.
for.
Who's ready for My Hero Academia Season 5? I am, but only because I've only seen the first season or so.
I haven't
I caught up on it, and I'm sad.
Right,
or read any of the manga in like a long time.
Blaze is a very good character, dude. Her voice clips in the new Olympic game are really good.
Cute.
They're so cute.
She's beautiful. She is a queen, and I love her.
Sorry, I've got the stupidest joke in my head right now concerning Blaze.
Do it.
She listens to Travis Scott because it's lit.
Good sir. Good sir. Pat on the back.
Oh yeah, Tangle and Whisper are definitely some of my favorite Sonic characters.
They're relatable.
Exist. Yeah.
Yeah, Tangle and Whisper are like.
I like that they're not like. They're very well written, honestly.
Yeah, they're well written. They've got really appealing designs. They're relatable characters for most of us that read the comics, and they've made history. I don't think I've ever seen like the characters in the comics eventually appear in the games, save for that one scrapped project Sonic 16. Like, holy crow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna say about the design stuff quickly. That is just proof that because Tango and Whisper as well were done with Sonic Force's character creator, that's just proof that you can actually go really far with that.
Wait,
yeah, I mean,
they were?
Yeah, Whisper's
sort of. Whisper was. I don't know about Tangle, but yeah, you can like use that as a pretty good base for making characters and then refine from there.
Amen.
Very nice.
It is insanely done. I mean, well done. Sorry.
Thank you, Evan Stanley.
Evan Stanley and Tyson Hess.
Thank you,
and Flynn,
Tyson
of course.
Hess.
Flynn created the characters. He only writes them. But still, that's pretty good. Do you think Ian Flynn should write for the games? Yes. Probably won't happen, but yes.
I'd like at least one game written by him. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Like, dude, Sega knows people who understand Sonic, and yet they get people who don't understand Sonic to create the games for the most part. Aside from Mania and Team Sonic Racing, as a recent.
Yeah.
But like the whole Mania team understands Sonic. Tyson understands Sonic. Frickin' Flynn understands Sonic. They have like a ton. They need to get their crap together.
A lot of Western folks know a lot about Sonic, basically.
Well, some of them anyway. Which lets me segue into another point about my hatred of Western Sonic. I think.
Oh boy.
And this
is
is probably bold. I think the IDW, the new IDW characters are a lot better written and designed than at least a good majority of the Archie characters. Post reboot,
I don't blame you.
Post reboot's like Freedom Fighter thing was very overwhelming. Like where they had they had that yellow Sonic looking guy. They had characters like Rotors. I don't know. It was kind of.
About that yellow metal Sonic guy.
Post reboot was good, but I feel like IDW as a whole has been better, aside from the Infection arc, which I think has been just kind of boring. But I am really excited to see where they take it now that the metal virus is gone. I feel like they could take the comic in some really cool directions from here.
Well, I don't know if I should say it because it's kind of spoilers if people aren't actually not caught up. Because I know there's some people who
will
just totally watch arc jobs.
I wouldn't spoil anything.
Okay, then I won't say it. But I am excited for what's coming up.
Yeah, I still need to catch up on reading.
Yeah, the little finale they had was okay, but it does open up some cool possibilities. What would you think of if the IDW comic was made into a game? I think it has potential as a game, but it's also a very story-heavy piece of media, and I feel like it might be a little overwhelming in that sense if you're not careful with it.
Not to mention, I feel like the story to game beats wouldn't translate particularly well.
Yeah,
like you'd have to think
if I wasn't
a battle sequence.
If I wasn't working on Core, I'd probably be doing an IDW game. Using Core's game engine and stuff. Because we have a really, really good custom Sonic control and physics engine called Echidna under the hood, which is fantastic, and I would love to use it for more games, but Sonic Core is probably the only fan game I'm going to put out.
Hey, if you can put out one great game, you've done it. If you can put out like 10 middling to good Sonic fan games, you've also done it.
Yeah, I mean, I just think to that one section of Sonic 06 where it was like all these different characters had to play their part for this one very brief section. Amy was invisible for some reason, and it's just like when you have as many characters as you have in IDW with a bunch of different gameplay styles that are possible, not necessarily supposed to be integrated, but can be, it's just you got to be really careful when you have a cast that big and they're all actually useful.
Do you think Neo was a better antagonist than Eggman? I think he's cool. I think Eggman has more potential, though. I don't know. I need to think more on that. How do you guys feel about the Rally for Sally campaign? I don't think they're going to get anything done.
Yeah,
like too much copyright.
It's just a
stuff.
It's like I don't think enough people at Sega really care much about Sally or anything that's not.
They just want to put it in the past. I think.
Yeah. It's at this point the Rally for Sally thing's just kind of annoying. Like I wouldn't mind if it actually went somewhere, but like it's just annoying to see, and I am very positive it won't go anywhere. And I feel like a lot of people aren't. The mean but short answer is I don't like to copulate with animals I find in my backyard, so I don't care for Sally.
Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Okay. The shade has been chucked.
Yeah.
That went whoa.
I mean, hey, everybody has their favorite character, be they discontinued or not. And, if fans want to do stuff in fan works, by all means. Does that mean it should be in the official works? That's another story.
I think
there are a couple.
I think Sally has potential, I guess. I don't think it's really been realized.
Yeah, and that's really a shame considering how old she is. I mean, we've had her since God.
The 90s.
Yeah.
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 It's like, and they haven't realized her yet? What? But, copyright and other complications.
There's like a few characters I'd want to salvage from the Archie series if I could. Mostly just Shard and Scourge, but
I miss Shard and Nicole. They were so fun.
Yeah, I feel like if I made another Sonic game after Core, I'd probably introduce some Archie concepts there. Like, I would love to do something with Scourge, but I'd do it in a much more organic way for the games, because you can't just throw a bunch of stuff in a blender and expect it to work. Sally would probably have to be completely different for the most part anyway.
I feel like Sally would play in a third person typical AAA action game type of deal,
Yeah, but then that can't blend with Sonic, so you have to make some other way for her to play.
Lara Croft.
I think Silver having his own game would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yes.
gameplay style wise, I think Sally would work better as some sort of like lightweight werehog play style, if you know what I'm saying. Because she's got the non-blade things.
That could be fun.
Depends on how you'd have to look at it though, because you'd have to make her pretty nimble in order to make the gameplay not annoying. Sorry, I go into thought about this stuff sometimes.
No, it's okay. Write it in your notes, man. You never know when you'll use it.
Oh, I got plenty of notes.
You and me both, honey.
Uh,
Man. It's just that was one of the nice things about the comics a while back. You know, like I know not a lot of people are into it, but I really liked having Honey as a character because I really liked her in Sonic the Fighters. So
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
Honey was-
yay, you have
Honey was really cool.
personality.
Honey was
awesome.
an OG, honestly. Name
want her
another
back.
character that went from human to Sonic character. Because she originally showed up in Fighting Vipers.
I know. It's so good.
It's beautiful.
They did Honey really well in that one tournament arc of Archie.
Yeah.
You're
like a
not
fashion designer
wearing
or whatever.
honey.
I mean, it's just she was relatable. Or maybe that's just me, but she was relatable.
Oh yeah, that actually reminds me. I should talk about that Sonic RX thing that I worked on for a little bit. So, a year or two ago, I think it was 2 years ago. I don't remember, but it was a while ago. I worked on a project with some friends called Sonic RX, and it was that sounds a little like a doctor thing, but it's not.
It does.
It was just a very poorly named thing. It was meant to be like a successor to Sonic R, and it would have its own like kind of, it would have like its own little cute like story mode, kind of like TSR's, but it was also gonna have like a main, like, you know, just racing mode and new tracks and stuff. And one of the characters we made for it was she wasn't made for it, but she ended up getting added to it as like the main. Hold on, yeah, Sarah's excited.
I got hiccups. I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
Oh,
it's fine.
honey,
I thought
don't
you were.
die.
Thought you were excited about something. Hold on.
No, I'm not excited about these hiccups.
Can I?
Please don't die.
What will you do after the IDW dubs if it ends? Probably
Archie.
either move on to post reboot Archie or do something with probably just do something of our own.
Or cry. We can do that too.
We'll figure something out. So anyway, the character that we brought on was a character named Muffin. I brought up her design here. So she was meant to be like this big celebrity who was also like a singer. She was basically like a diva, essentially. And she was going to also be the main villain of Sonic RX. Her whole thing, it was so corny. Her whole thing was that she was like the second most popular person in the world, and then Sonic was number one. She wanted to be more popular, so she was going to start a race tournament, and Sonic was going to be a part of it as well. And the idea was that she was going to win first place in the race illegitimately by using magic. And then that would hopefully tank Sonic's popularity and make her go on top. But then at the end of the game, Sonic ends up winning because he's Sonic, and they find out the plan, and she, loses. But Sonic and her make up. They're still friends after it and stuff. It was a cute little story. Muffin has such a great character design, and I'm very sad that she probably won't be used in anything, but, there you go.
Hey, she's clearly a fun exploration. I love her.
And another idea was that she was the one who was singing all the songs in Sonic R. So, yeah. What I really would have loved to do, it would have been completely impossible. Oh, yeah, she was basically our version of Breezy. What I really would have loved to do was have her have the real TJ Davis do her voice, but I figured that was a pipe dream, so we had somebody else. Peek at creative in Discord. I don't like Western Sonic. You're right. Let me add that. Let me show what Pi drew. Western Sonic. No, don't worry. That's not spam.
Scene.
But yeah, Sonic RX doesn't exist anymore, but there was some cool work put into it, and it was a lot of fun to work on. Hopefully I can use Muffin for something else, because the person who created her gave me the character. And, yeah. There's also a new villain in Sonic Core, who I won't talk about, but you're going to really like them.
Ooh.
Yay.
He's a fantastic villain, created by the same person who made Muffin. And, yeah. Eggman's in that game too, but he's got a lackey. But yeah, cool stuff. Yeah, that's what else is there to talk about?
Well,
We could play like
instead of talk, how about we box? Jackbox.
oh,
Let's box
so I
it
bought
up.
these boxing gloves for nothing.
Oh man.
What's the question?
Give us the question.
Have you heard of Fleetway Comics Supersonic? Yes. I kind of
We've
like
heard
the
of
idea
it,
of
yeah.
it. Just instead of Sonic being heroic in the start of using Supersonic, he's kind of irrational with it and kind of nuts, and then he kind of learns to control it. But yeah, we could play some Jackbox.
Let's go.
Do you like Italian Sonic? I'm not familiar with Italian Sonic. The only Italian Sonic I'm familiar with is there is a dub by I think he was in the stream earlier, Foxcat. Him and his crew are working on a version of the Adrenaline dubs that's in Italian. If you see, like, it's from, I think, I forget what it's called, the channel. Let me find it. It's called Sonic Comic, and they are dubbing it in Italian. If you see that, please don't notify me and say they're stealing your work and dubbing it in Italian, because I've given them the okay. I actually gave them a voiceless version of the Battle for Angel Island video so that they can dub it over with their own voices while keeping all the music and sound effects. So we work pretty closely. Even though we don't talk often, it's still a very nice involved process. And I only warned of that because Sarah notified me of them and said, well, at least they credited us. And I was like, oh, well, yeah, I kind of gave them the information.
We had a few cases where people stole our videos and like dubbed over it. Like the editing is the same, it's just the voices are different, but there was like no credit for
and it's
like we used footage from Adrenaline dubs. Like always credit.
If the next Sonic game has a bad story but amazing gameplay, would you still play it? Yes.
Yeah.
Because really, like, I mean, people played Colors, and that game has decent gameplay, but a kind of awful story. It's a fun story, but it's certainly not that great.
It's very minimalistic.
Yeah. So I care about story as much as the next guy, but gameplay is always Gameplay is always what I care about.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I got a joke.
Uh-oh.
Here's today's joke. My memory's not as sharp as it used to be. Also, my memory's not as sharp as it used to be.
God. Yeah, gameplay always comes first. And I also like it when story things are told through the gameplay. Like, a lot of people like those things where it's like cutscenes of Sonic doing a bunch of cool stuff, and then the game doesn't really let you do much of that at all. And I think that's kind of annoying. Like, if you're gonna like... No, you know what? I guess a better example would be stuff like if you have a cutscene where some kind of event happens, like let me just think of something off the top of my head. Like they need to crush some big robot to progress, and instead they have just a dumb cutscene for it. I'll be annoyed. Why? I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm known for breaking robots. Why can't I do that on my own? It's also what kind of bores me about the boost games and stuff is that so much of that stuff is just cutscenes, or it doesn't take a lot of skill to kill robots. It's just another thing is I don't like when games force me through, like when Sonic games force me through like loop-de-loops and stuff, just as a sort of what are basically cutscenes. Like, let your physics engine do that, please, because that I feel like that's a lot more fun. That's what we do for Core, where like all the terrain in the game, it's not really automated. It's you can just run along it. The camera will automatically adjust, and you can control it properly. It's very physics driven. There's a lot of other games that are like that. Which character do you wish you could meet if you could?
Silver.
I don't know.
Agreed. Agreed.
Silver would be kind of cool. Maybe Tangle. Right. I can't really think of anybody off the top of my head. I've already met Sonic. I am him, and I've also met Ryan Drummond. So
I have no idea who I'd like to meet, but like, there's so many good choices. I couldn't possibly pick one.
Big would be nice to meet.
Oh my god!
He would give the best hugs.
Oh, he would.
This is true.
Froggy. Froggy. It's like howling with a werewolf pack. You say Froggy with Sonic fans, and everybody bursts into a big the cat impression.
He's so easy to do.
He is. It's kind of scary.
Tangle would be really cool to meet.
Oh my god, she's got such high energy. I couldn't keep up with her, but I'd love it.
Yeah, it's weird. What Sonic does is energetic, but him as a character, he's not really that energetic.
True.
He's very laid back when he does his stuff. I think that's what makes him interesting, and also different from Tangle.
Also, give him a vacation.
Back on that point of people stealing our videos, there's sometimes when I've seen like there is that Italian dub which they didn't steal. They got my permission. But like if you're gonna take my editing and dub it in another language, I'm okay with that. I would prefer to be notified about it, but I don't really care.
Yeah.
If you're just going to take the editing and dub over it with your own voice crew, like, just do your own editing. You're being a jerk if you're just going to dub over my work, like, with somebody else's voices.
In the same language.
Yeah, in English.
Yeah, it's like one thing to do things for the sake of accessibility, because, like, that actually serves a purpose. But if you want to explore it, go the whole 9 yards and explore it.
Yeah, like, just, if you're going to make your own dub, then... Super Mario in real life. Yeah, if you're gonna make your own dub, like just make your own dub. Don't take my editing.
Yeah.
Just because that feels like you're trying to replace the work that we've done, except for the video editing. It's just
it
just breaks my heart. Well, it doesn't break my heart. It breaks my team's hearts. What it does to me is it pisses me off. But you know.
Yeah. Because it's like all of us are a part of the production. We all play as a part, and it's like it's a complete package, man. Either you get everything in the package, or you get nothing at all.
Yeah, like again, I don't mind if like people dub it in other languages, but if you're gonna take my editing and just dub over it, it's like, come on, like just do your own editing, dude. If Animagination can do it, you can too. Do you sell marshmallows? Not yet.
You got any grapes?
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. I'm old.
So somebody said Jackbox.
Yes, please.
Yeah, hold on. Let me find which pack the one I want to play is in. Yeah, we're going to play some Jackbox, and I'm going to let audience members join in, sort of.
Yeah.
They can be in the audience subcategory of Jackbox, because I feel like it would get a little hectic if we added audience members to the actual game. So I'm not going to share just yet.
Oh my god.
Is your Sonic voice based on Jason's or your own take? Oh yeah, might as well add Hyper actually.
Prepare to get crushed, Steve. Listen,
I don't think
have
he's
a
on my
rivalry
friends
in
list.
Smash Brothers.
Where is he? Were you the one who posted that thing in Creative Crystal Core? Because yeah, it looks very nice, that SRB2 thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, SRB2 is Sonic Roboblast 2 is a game that you should all check out. It's like my favorite Sonic fan game.
It's also one of the biggest in terms of like fan noise.
Yeah, my Sonic voice is based on... It used to be based on Ryan, then I sort of pulled parts from other interpretations just to sort of study the character, and now it's very much become something of its own, but it sounds closest to Jason Griffith. It's okay. You don't need Jackbox to play. You can literally just log on to jackbox.tv, and you will be able to... You'll be able to join when we have the room code set up.
Yep.
So...
Wow, good to go. Wait,
You only need one person to own Jackbox to play Jackbox.
That's why it's a great party game.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
All right.
There it is.
Oh. Hi.
Oh.
Hello. Delightful to
Apparently,
have
I'm
you,
the
darling.
VIP.
What's up?
Oh.
Oh. I guess Sarah's the VIP.
Easy.
Uh,
Gee. Why? There we go.
Is that everyone?
I think so.
Who's Chunky Kong?
That's me.
Oh, okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep. That's everyone.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Dee-dee.
So should I start it and then
Yeah,
have
start.
Okay. Let me do that. All right. Now you can show it to people. Woo.
See you, Micah.
Alright.
And yeah, if you want, you can join the audience, and I think you have voter influence. If
Yes.
you just go to jackbox.tv, enter the room code EZJY.
Okay, then we're gonna just have to adjust the screen share volume. So, which Jackbox is this again? Because I don't recognize this particular minigame.
This is Jackbox 3.
Oh, okay.
Don't skip the tutorial, Sarah.
Yeah, I won't. Well, I don't think I am able to anyway.
The road to greatness begins here, at the training grounds. You will use your device to draw 3 drawings. You may draw whatever you wish, and if your wish is to know what to draw, hit the suggestion button. It's time for your first drawing, right now.
Okay.
And let's get foolish.
Alright.
Oh, this is a very dumb drawing.
Hey, it's better than what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, keep in mind, like, I didn't have enough time to really get my stylus together, so mine might be a little sloppy.
Oh, don't worry. Mine's gonna be sloppy too.
What's more important is that you have fun with this one.
I'm just really hoping that no one immature misconstrues what I'm drawing, because I'll admit, the prompts might be a bit confusing for some.
Well, you don't have to draw to a prompt, but I
Yeah.
understand why you would.
Waiting for others to finish.
It's just, this game is so cute. My friends and I used to play this all the time in college.
Yeah, it's funny, like, I know me and my friends like to play a lot of Jackbox as well. I think we mainly play, like, the newer one. I don't think we've, to my knowledge, I'm not quite sure if we played 3 yet. If we did, it might have been, like, a really long time ago. Another one that we also like using a lot of is user words. That one's really fun with
User words is pretty fun in my experience.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be, but it ends up being. However, that's a little more raunchy.
This time. You can change
Yeah, I
your
guess.
line thickness with that little button, you know. Drawing
Right.
2, begin.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Ugh.
This is so bad. I'm not even trying.
Okay, good. There was the redo button.
Oh, great. This is so bad.
It's okay. We're going in and
There
we're
we
being
go.
awful together.
Oh, it's terrible. Oh, it's terrible.
So I guess while I wait, how's everyone's day been so far?
Pretty good. Yeah,
been
my
hot.
day's been pretty good.
It's been hot for me.
Time goes short. Hurry up and finish already.
Okay, let's wait on Sarah. You can do it.
Okay. Ugh.
Excellent. Now really get nuts with this last one. Begin.
Begin.
Oh, yes.
Okay, let me see what I can do with this one.
No, should be that color background.
Hmm.
Okay, I guess that counts. Sorry, I was so quiet. Chat would just try to be super focused.
That's fine.
Stomping hard.
Pretty good. For your last exercise, you will write as many slogans or phrases as you can. Something really clever or really dumb. I'm sure anything you write will be one of those. And use a suggestion if you need one. Accepting your limitations is a part of life. Go.
Go. Let's see.
Keep writing, write like the wind.
Oh, okay.
Nice hustle. Let's find out if
Hope I
you
wrote,
with it.
hope I wrote up a
Dang,
good.
Sarah, lightning fingers
Your
over
training
there.
is great.
Oh
Now,
my
take
god.
note of your
Oh no.
Select one drawing and one slogan to create the perfect t-shirt
What are
combination.
these?
And I do mean perfect.
Here, big.
See you, Jack.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that was easy.
This is the first option they gave me was perfect. It's too perfect.
Oh my yes. The battlefield calls. Let the tournament begin. Gauntlet 1.
I'm scared.
Here we go.
Ah, float.
Fight by submitting your alternate devices, that is.
You know what? I'll go with that one.
Oh.
Oh my god.
That's too perfect a combination, that one on the right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to the left, but man.
It's okay.
Got. There we go. Oh, no.
That's the only drawing I put effort into.
Oh, you're fine. Winner.
Oh,
Next
new
is.
challenger appears.
Oh god.
Oh, he's not wrong.
I'm Sonic.
I like milkshakes. What do you like?
Exactly like the show you were as well.
They're all brilliant.
Ah, just by a quill.
I'm sorry, that one is incredibly specific and it was.
Versus.
Oh dear god.
Oh.
Ugh, I hate streaming on Discord. We can't see it.
Me too.
All right, that's mine.
There we go.
Oh, dang. Aww.
Versus.
All sales the final.
Okay, that's a good one. I gotta make that one.
It kind of kills me that you can like buy the shirts that you get on this make on this game in real life.
Yay, D-Man.
So cute.
Oh, well, I actually did win that.
How about a training?
I drew that one on the left. As
I
you can tell
came
by
up
the
with
fact
that.
it's not
I came up with that caption on the left.
Use your device.
I came up with the logo on the
Bring in
right.
as many new slogans as you wish. Really put your back into it. Go.
I gotta make more. Let's see.
I didn't know they had a third brush size option.
Oh yeah. Actually putting effort into this now.
Okay, I just did something dumb because I couldn't think of a thing. Of course, the actual artists in the live stream are taking their time.
You can sort of join. If you enter the room code on Jackbox.tv, you can join the audience, and you have voting influence.
You can change the flow of the game.
You can decide our fate.
Write something.
Okay.
Oh,
that was fast.
Damn.
Jesus.
The second
I only had enough
to
time for two of them.
and the withered hand of Lady Luck has shuffled your drawings and slogans. May the spirits of humorous juxtaposition guide you.
I've been given the gift.
You've given me too much beauty.
Good luck.
Let's see if this one works.
Gauntlet 2.
Here we go.
Oh no.
Versus.
I'd like to see
Oh my
you draw
God.
better.
Engage in an altercation.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
I don't know which one of these is better.
They're both beautiful.
Can't get a load of those tissues.
What I was implying by the right there wasn't anything other than just Eggman getting real angry and crying.
By the way, I'm pretty sure I wrote both those slogans.
Versus
Next. Well, at least he's not.
Well, you're laughing.
Oh god, this is going to age. This is going to age real poorly, depending on who came up with the show. Oh.
And that goes to... Yay, good job, Cat.
Oh no, it's a Joker moment.
Oh.
a new challenger appears.
Oh no.
Fight for me, baby.
Oh my god.
I don't know which one.
They're both beautiful.
No.
Oh my.
Versus.
Four. So, okay.
Oh, baby.
It's so cute.
Winners. The final gauntlet is upon us, and only the most worthy shirts from the previous rounds will compete. Prepare to cast your votes for the last time.
Mm-hmm. So now we go back and look at all the old ones.
Fight.
I'll go with this one just because I like the face.
In the end, they're all winners because they're all good.
Oh, that was Sarah. Good job on you.
Versus.
Jesus! I don't think people know what that's referencing.
Yeah, it just looks funny.
Yeah, I think they only
as a shirt.
Whoa,
Green face, wait.
Versus.
God, this is such a hard pick. This is like the console wars.
Oh my god, and they're even red and blue.
You want to go to Arby's, maybe?
Oh my god.
I hear they had nice French fries.
No.
Maybe for Arby's.
Oh!
Audience!
Wow!
Wow!
You people don't like Arby's.
Wow.
The spirits
Wow.
of T-Shirt Island have been satisfied. And believe me, they're real jerks when they get cranky, so thanks a ton.
Man.
That did not go where I expected it to.
That was fun.
That was fun.
You guys gave me a gem to work with, though, so...
Well, this stream's almost 3 hours, so I think I'm gonna can it here.
Alright.
Alright. That's totally fair.
Well, this was a lot of fun. I'm glad I brought you guys aboard.
No problem.
Thanks for having us.
No problem. I'll see you guys later, watchers, and look forward to the next videos, next stream and stuff.